You on mute. It shows you on mute.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, they can't see you though.
I can see him.
I don't think he was
I
talking.
can hear him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, fellas? What y'all up to?
What's up? About to pull up.
What you got?
I'm
Jerky drinking
debating,
water.
man. He better be waking up 4 o'clock in the morning to drive 3 hours for a flag football game. Coach Jerk.
That boy hydrating.
It'll be a long day tomorrow.
What's the weather like in Texas right now?
It's in the 60s.
Cold.
50s, 60s. Yeah.
Cold.
Yeah, it's
period. Cold.
It's cold to me now.
Yeah, man, we looking forward to have you around the way, man.
That's right.
Yeah. June and July next year. I'll be making my way back to Texas.
That's what's up. Well, maybe not, but you know.
Yeah. So what's up with y'all boys, man?
Hey man, I'm chilling. I'm gonna let Terrence sort of be the
Oh Lord.
I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I'm gonna let, because quite honestly, Terrence, I probably feel how you feel about this game.
I think that might be the case.
So I just
I think it's a consensus between the two of us on this game.
I'm gonna just let Terrence off the leash and let him go.
Hey,
well, Jurgen probably feeling real confident. I mean, I know a lot of Miami fans feeling real confident.
And they should. They probably should.
And they got him a little quarterback, right?
Yeah, they got somebody back there throw that ball around, slay the rock.
Listen. Let's not make this something that it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Well, here's the thing: is if we're going to be objective as Miami fans, we should objectively expect a really close football game. Correct?
Yeah.
If we're being objective, right? Win, lose, or draw, we haven't been able to stop anybody. Period. Right? And most of that is oriented towards what's happening on the back end and the secondary. We're not great against the run either, you know. So it's going to come down to what most rivalry games come down to, right? Who's going to turn the ball over at the wrong time and on the wrong side of the field? That's what I think it comes down to. But until we can play some defense, you know, every game is really up in the air, if you ask me personally. But
so my thing is this: the important part of this rivalry game that we got going is obviously it's in Tallahassee this time. We got some commits coming in town.
Is that
not commits? We have people on our board that are going to be in town where we need to show up. Marvin Jones Jr. You know, this is
he's there.
Him. He'll be there. I heard Travis Hunter will be there.
So Marvin Jones Jr. is there. Hunter's there. Duffy's there. Kamari Wilson's there.
Yeah, your boy Jared Kamari. You big on him.
I don't know if Sam is there.
I don't think Sam's coming.
Matter of fact, I know for a fact Sam's not there because Lake Gibson's playing Lakeland right now. I take that back. Sam's not there because he's playing. He might be at the game, but he's not there tonight. There's guys on campus that's on tonight, but I don't know if he makes his way up to Tallahassee tomorrow or not.
So another person I heard is going to be there is this JUCO corner
at Mississippi. I think
Nicholson or something.
If you're talking about the guy,
he like 6'3", like big guy.
Yeah, I know
big corner. Like you know,
Nigel Kelly's there.
Kelly there?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh,
Earl Little's there.
I
So
don't know
I mean,
why he's teasing anybody. Earl's not
he just
going to
recently
either school.
released the top 3, and
What was the
I
top
didn't.
three?
I didn't even see the entire top 3 because you had to one of them paid subscription craps that you had to see. But apparently FSU made his top 3. I don't know who the other 2 teams are. One's got to be Bama, and I don't know if the other's Miami or who. I don't know.
UGA.
Southern Cal.
Southern Cal.
I'm pretty sure it's Southern Cal.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he just released the top 3. Somehow FSU made it. I wish he'd stop playing. I wish he'd stop playing with us. Like, why
Hey
you playing with
man,
our feelings, bro?
hold out hope, man.
Just-
You know, it
He's
doesn't hurt.
Just go ahead and go to
he's as good as a
Alabama where
lock to
every
Bama.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's as good as a lock to Bama. No, LSU was the third school. I'm sorry.
LSU. Okay.
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Him
I
and,
mean, he's there though. He's there to.
Man,
He'll be there
I mean,
tomorrow night.
end of the day, man, it's good to have kids like that on campus, though. Just get kids on campus. At least there's something to talk about. They can talk about, hey, yeah, I had a good time out there. It was a good game.
I think Julian Armelia's supposed to be there as well. So FSU's got we got a solid group of kids that's going to be there, like Terrence was saying.
Hold on. What's going on with Armella? Because I feel like I haven't heard that name.
So he was like a big time LSU lock, and then Edo happened.
Okay.
And now a lot of people don't really know what's going on there.
I just feel like I hadn't heard his name since probably August. So that makes sense though. He's putting feelers back out there, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Basaint's supposed to. I think Basaint's going to be there. I'm not too sure.
Basaint is going to be there. He's going to be there. Last I read.
Remember what you said, when they get quiet, that's when it's time to worry. So probably is moving somewhere.
Who?
Cat you was just talking about.
Armella.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, he was never committed to anybody, but we'll see where he ends up.
But
mine says that he's coming in.
Okay, so Amelia might not be there. Okay.
There's some good thoughts. But yeah, man.
I think that's the biggest part for us. I mean, a good showing.
What is the biggest part for us, Terrence?
Honestly, it's winning, man. That's okay. I mean, that would be the biggest part. So we can go ahead and break it down. We got 3 games left or whatever. But
counting this game, 3 games.
3 games left. We got to win out. At least, we have to win out if we want a playoff spot.
Well, if we want a bowl game, we have to win
bowl
out.
game. I'm saying playoff spot. Bowl game, got to win out.
Yes, absolutely.
It's tough. But
hold on. So other than us, y'all have us, Florida,
and Boston College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
And this is the last home game. This is the last home game, and then we end the season on 2 away games.
I'll say this. Florida quit on Dan Mullen. So
well, I think Dan Mullen quit on Florida. I think they all quit on each other, to be honest with you.
I think they all.
I think it's no surprise. It's no surprise that at the end of last year they was talking about Dan Mullen trying to flirt with the NFL. Mullen.
Dan Mullen.
It was big time rumor last year that he was trying to go to the NFL somewhere.
So Matt Rule got a job, so
a lot of this stuff isn't really surprising with Florida.
But I remember when we played UNC last year, and I saw them boys quit. And I look at it in hindsight, we quit, but we quit to Javonte Williams, Sam Howell, Michael Carter, Diami Brown, all these NFL guys that they had. These boys quit to South Carolina with the grad assistant at quarterback.
Yeah, that was bro. I didn't see that coming,
bro.
I didn't see something. And they had been playing. They had played some teams really tough. They played Bama tough. Like
that's what I'm saying. I didn't see that coming. If you would have told me South Carolina got an upset, okay, maybe anything can happen, but a blowout.
It was like 47-10 in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was 40 to whatever. Yeah, blowout. Didn't see that coming.
You had, I think, Kentucky beating them started the spiral, right? Because they definitely got physically punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? But then you go from what was it, Bama, 2 weeks later Kentucky, 2 weeks later Georgia, 3 weeks later Georgia. Like their soul is gone. You know, it's absolutely.
But
gone.
here's my problem, and this takes us to this game. I just Mike hasn't. It seems like every time we get into these situations, like the Clemson game, man, killed me because I don't think Clemson could have played any worse. Clemson all but was like saying, "Hey, here, win this football game." Like, I don't know if I've ever seen a team that literally tried to hand you a game. And my thing with Mike is I just don't believe it seems like in these critical situations, he just outthinks himself.
I think he feels like he's getting away with playing close games because it makes everybody feel like we're right there. You get that feeling like, man, if we could just fix
I
this.
don't believe that. I don't think he's like, because you're kind of making it sound like he's like content with losing close.
I
don't think he's content. I think he's coaching very
desperate. He don't want to
desperate.
get blown out.
I think he's trying to win, but I think he's coaching desperate.
Like that fourth down call.
I think that was a desperate call.
It was stupid.
So, real quick.
But the analytics said that was the right call.
No.
Well, hold on, real quick, because I missed the point. So, what are you missing from Mike? Are you missing?
I just was saying that in these close. My problem, if we think this game tomorrow is going to be close, my problem with Mike has been in these close games, he seems to outthink himself, get a little desperate, and start to kind of panic. And so we were talking about last week against NC State in this highly debated fourth down call that he had with 8 minutes left in the game. And then NC State went on to score and make it a 2-score game. I personally was of the opinion, punt the ball. You got 8 minutes, flip the field position. Your defense had been playing very good, or at least solidly up until that point. I didn't think 8 minutes was the time to go for it. Apparently, the analytics say he made the right call. So I've been going back and forth all week with the analytic guys telling me that's because I guess football's played on a spreadsheet or on Excel nowadays.
No, you can't. So to that point, that analytics stuff, man, analytics are well and good, but analytics are a product of action, right? But coaching a football game, there's a feeling to it, right? And if you become, how Lane Kiffin goes for it on fourth down all the time, like that's just his thing because the analytics say just go for it. That's cool and all, Lane, but there's some points where you see him back his foot off that gas pedal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, this just isn't that moment, right?
Yeah.
But that's what a football coach is supposed to do. They're supposed to know their team, know the situation, know the matchup. You know what I'm saying? And it seems to your point, if he can't wrap his head around that, then yeah, that's tough sledding, right? Because analytics will make you do some wild things, bro. If you really look at analytics, like it's crazy.
And that's my thing. It's like I'm just at the point with Mike where I'm like, I can no longer just be like, okay, I think Mike's gonna until you show me Mike, and you've in every situation and every opportunity where he's had an opportunity to kind of change the narrative, he's come up short. So, obviously, I want us to win the game, but I have a hard time believing we do it.
So you got,
and I honestly feel that way.
You got to educate me on this part of the defense because I know obviously Jeremiah Johnson has made himself some decent change, right? So, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if it's Jeremiah or Jermaine.
Jermaine.
Jermaine, I'm sorry. Jermaine. But he's made himself some money with his ability to rush the passer, but coverage at the linebacker position isn't a strong suit right now, correct?
If you could call it that.
Say it again.
Okay. I said coverage at the linebacker position isn't a big strong suit for you guys at the moment, correct? No, because that's the one thing that we've been able to exploit is linebackers because we can run RPOs now, and we're probably going to do that a lot, assuming that Jermaine Johnson is who he is, right? I don't think we're ever really going to drop back with that guy, so they're going to be stressed out big time come Saturday. Um, who ended up being? I know Brownlee gets a lot of clock for y'all. Is Dent still getting a lot of clock for y'all on the back end?
Yeah, safety.
Okay.
At safety.
Okay.
Jaron Jones keep getting exposed out there. So
Well, I forget which game we was watching, but you see Van Dyke basically throws at safeties repeatedly. Like he really just doesn't give a damn. You know, if he gets one of them slot guys one on one with a safety, he's taking a shot. So there's some plays that's going to be out there if they can make them, right? And if we can make the throws. But
Well, what is your what are your worries in this game? As a Miami
I think we
fan,
can get gashed. I think the window dressing that I've seen from Norvell and company, everything y'all do is oriented around Travis, the running backs, and occasionally the tight ends, right? If we're playing pass defense, we should probably single coverage on the receivers because the receivers haven't necessarily proven their worth yet, right? And that could be for an array of reasons. Not saying they're not good players, but you get what I'm saying. I wouldn't be worried about the receivers catching the ball. I'd be worried about misdirection. Read to Corbin and then dump off the tight end in the flat. So we're going to be there every time. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm worried about. Is how we're going to react to you guys establishing the run game because I think you're going to run the ball pretty well. But
well,
we'll see.
I think the thing that comes with that is, and I know you're saying the receivers. What happens with our receivers? They're targeted on deep shots. We take our fair share at this point.
can I ask a question?
What?
Because we're talking about receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to ask, does Pitt, because I honestly don't know. That's why I'm asking. Pitt Panthers, do they have a receiver with an NFL grade, like a guy that's projected to league?
Yeah, we just talked. I think we just talked Addison.
Okay.
He
looked good.
And then North Carolina has what's that guy's name? Downs.
Okay. I don't think he's good though. I don't know how to say that. Like I don't feel like he's like
he's solid. He's a solid college wide receiver.
He's a solid college slot receiver.
Kitty shot.
No, don't do that. To be honest with you, I'd say that Shaw. I remember Shaw getting downfield. I see Downs as being a gadget. You know what I'm saying? RPO, pull the RPO, hit Josh Downs out the slot, whatever.
So the reason I'm asking that question though is I'm looking at the talent around, and like this has become a big thing about Florida State and the lack of talent. And I'm saying to myself, okay, maybe this obviously isn't the most talented Florida State team we've ever seen, but if we're talking about the ACC, how much more talented is Pitt than North Carolina in these teams? Or is it that they just have extraordinary quarterback play? You can say what you want about Sam Howell. I'm not a big Sam Howell guy either, but he's light years ahead of anything we got at quarterback right now.
Well, so hold on. So you can't say that a receiver doesn't benefit from a quarterback. So you can't say that. That's a fact, right? The only receiver in our lifetime that was balling with a quarterback that was truly a duck was Calvin Johnson. And everybody remembers Calvin, was that Reggie Ball throwing up ducks?
Man, I have no idea who was the quarterback. Yeah. I don't know what Georgia Tech had at that time, to be completely honest with you.
But there you go then. So if you look at, I'll use us as a comparison, right? But who was the only good receiver at Miami? coming into the season. We thought Harley was okay, right? Everybody else was just kind of there. Then you bring in Rambo. Rambo really didn't pop other than Appalachian State game. And
Past
now
couple
that
games,
man,
he's looked good.
And now
who's
he's
throwing the
on
ball?
fire. He's on fire
Yeah,
the last
true.
few games.
But
So
who's throwing the ball?
But I'm glad you bring that up because Rambo wasn't looking like anything special until y'all had a quarterback change.
Nope.
So that's what I'm saying.
Kid.
Like when I talk about these receivers, people kill these receivers, and I'm like, look who's throwing them the ball. And like I get it. People like Travis because he's won some games. But my stance on Travis has been the same since the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
He gonna win us a few games, but I hold. Let me put it like this: a FSU writer said if Florida State traded Travis for Pickett, FSU would be no better.
That's stupid.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But he said that.
Stupid.
Can we find out? Can we?
Same guy was arguing about the wide receiver DB thing.
No.
Yeah, same guy was arguing about who said. Yeah, same dude.
That dude gets paid to do what he does. Dog.
He gets paid to do that, and people pay him. People subscribe to that platform to get those kind of takes. He said, that's what he said. Pickett would make no difference on this team. I'm like, are you serious?
How?
Pickett's going to go top 15.
Bro, Pickett's going to be a first round pick.
He's going to go top 15.
Travis will be undrafted. Travis will be undrafted most likely. Like,
Milton is not our best chance to win a football game against Miami.
Who's that? Milton?
That's Adam said that. Stop it. I don't know.
Well, hold on. So can I throw this out there though?
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm not agreeing with Adam's point, right? But Adrian, what you've always kind of beat the desk for is hopefully a healthy Mackenzie Milton.
Yeah, but at this point we know he's not.
No. I'm just saying this ties in with the conversation. Is that if we had a healthy Mackenzie Milton that was even 80% of what he was at UCF, when I say we, just college football.
Well, yeah, right? Then I would 100% agree.
Because then you would see Parchment saying, okay, now Parchment doesn't have to run two
now
routes
everybody's game improves. Everybody's level of play
game gets elevated. Yeah.
On the real though,
but what Milton being as limited as he is, I mean, you could just see it when he throws the ball. He can't push off his leg painful. When he throws the ball. It looks
painful.
He can't push off his leg when he's throwing the ball. So
I legit have a question though. Who would we have lost to with Pickett as our quarterback? Because I don't see the loss on the schedule.
Damn sure wouldn't have lost to JSU.
Wake Forest, maybe.
I mean, Wake Forest is a solid ball club.
Wake Forest, we maybe lose.
But also go look at that Wake Forest game. We threw 4 interceptions that game. We turned the ball over 5 times in that game. I think we threw 4 interceptions.
And I'm not sitting here saying we're that great of a football team everywhere else.
But
we haven't played anybody that
quarterback play matters. Yes, it matters.
Mm-hmm.
And having a guy who can throw it all around the field and get the ball in these dudes' hands.
Quarterback play, and that's why I said that, and that's why I was asking about that because I think it's not a coincidence that Miami turned the corner when this guy's thrown for what's he thrown in the last 4 games, like over 1,000 yards and like 12 touchdowns or something stupid.
He's been insane.
He's been insane. It's not coincidence that Miami's beating these ranked teams.
He's outperformed DJ over the
In 3 games, he's outperformed DJ in one season.
DJ sucks.
Yeah, no, but it's crazy.
DJ might be worse than Travis. Only difference between DJ and Travis is DJ's 6'5", 250 or whatever it is he is. That's the only difference.
Hey, but when he does throw that thing, boy,
it's not like he doesn't have an arm, but maybe it's a confidence thing there with DJ. I don't know.
You know what that is, bro?
I don't know.
If you really think about it, he walked into Clemson, and this is me assuming, but he walked into Clemson saying, "I'm the next great Clemson quarterback," and he never really earned that, right? Like he never really earned. You feel me? Like I have to walk in the shoe steps of Trevor Lawrence and I'm that guy because I'm here, but you never really earned it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, entitlement can ruin some people. You know what I mean? Because speaking of quarterbacks and receivers, Justin Ross was a first round receiver projected
At one point.
Yeah, but nobody can get on the ball now. So who's Justin Ross?
And there you go.
He's just the dude.
And we bringing back this quarterback play. So I'm not trying to get off topic. Obviously, it's rivalry week. Everybody hit that like button. Appreciate you for joining us tonight. We kicking it. Grab your drinks as always. But there's a reason we're kind of doing all of this, because FSU, we've had people talk about this O-line, and I'm not, the O-line is not great, but damn it, our O-line is no worse. I don't care what anybody says. I watch. It's no worse than North Carolina's. It's no worse than some of these teams, man. Our quarterback play.
North Carolina is awful. North Carolina is awful.
But guess what? Sam Howell's good enough to get the ball out of his hands. Like, again, you don't have to be a big Sam Howell fan, but he's a good college quarterback, if nothing else.
Hey, listen, Pickett's O-line ain't that good either.
I know. That's my point. That's why I brought up those two teams. That's my point. I argue with people every week about this O-line. It looks worse because our quarterback play has been atrocious. And I like Travis. I think he does some good things, but we're basically running we're damn near running the wishbone at this point. Like, that's literally what we're doing.
You're running a triple option.
That's what we're doing. That's literally what we're doing. Out of the spread, we're just running a triple option. That's legitimately what we've been doing the last 2 years.
You got to use what you got, though.
I agree. We got to use what we got.
And like you say, it's not like you hate Travis or that you just like. But I mean, there are limitations there as far as when he's the guy who's starting. But that's our best chance to win those games at this point.
If I'm Miami, and they don't respect the throwing game, which I'm sure they don't, there's no reason to keep an extra safety back there. I just say, hey, James, wherever Travis goes, you go there, big dog.
Hey, Lee.
That's it.
That's a lot of violence.
I just put that 6'5", 230-pound freshman 0 and say you spy Travis all night. I don't on the read option. Your assignment is Travis. Don't even worry about the running back. Who?
Where's 0? Where you from?
Opelika.
He's from Boca.
Opelika. No, he's from Opelika.
Same place.
He played at
Jesus Christ.
Same place with Terrence. Terrence Lewis. Same place as Terrence Lewis, right?
He was supposed to.
Him and
he
Terrence
was
Lewis.
supposed to be on that Northwestern squad with Terrence Lewis, Kitchens, Brinson. Yeah. That would have been one of the best Northwestern squads in the history of that school for sure. But yeah, he's from Opelika. But yeah, Adrian, I don't think we if I find us coming out playing like a too high show versus
why would y'all
please I fire everybody.
Right, please do that.
Please. Thank you.
Unless it's third and even on third and unless it's more than 3rd and 12, don't go too high. You know what I'm saying? Don't go too high. Don't go too high, man. But yeah, I don't think
the game goes. It really comes down to how we're able to run the football.
Yep.
On our end.
I agree with that.
And
how
whether our front four is going to get pressure. Yeah, how Toafili, Corbin, and Ward carry.
I don't know if Toafili's still hurt or not.
Well, or I mean Williams.
But Williams.
I think it's going to take all 3 running backs.
Yeah.
And to really get that going, but it depends on how well they do. And how well our front four, Kier Thomas, and because he had a great game.
Our defensive ends have been great this year.
And
but I think the whole D line has been great. I think Fabian Lovett's been pretty good too.
Yeah, Lovett's been good. And every now and then you see Cooper make a play here and there.
Yeah.
That's our strength. For all the
I know
DBs
Miami
we recruited,
they don't.
Our strength's up there.
Miami isn't a real big fan of their O-line. But I think it's funny how their O-line has been better in recent weeks, again, because the quarterback's been better. But
somebody get the ball out.
I can keep beating this dead horse because Miami is almost the perfect example of what I've been talking about the entire season about. Once you get a quarterback, all of a sudden your O-line plays better. Your receivers start playing better. But
that boy can catch. Well, you see what he do after the ball?
Ain't that something?
That's right.
Ain't that something?
But this is the thing that baffles me with it's just a Miami discussion. That baffles
Yeah.
me with the Miami faithful right now is a lot of people prior to this run we went on with Van Dyke. All I heard was Manny can't recruit well, Manny can't develop well, Manny can't coach well, which wasn't proven at the time, right?
Are you
But
are
now
you up
that
the cat for Manny right now?
but here it goes. But now, but now, but now that he's doing everything they asked him to do, they're gonna say, "Oh well, we still should have never lost." You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, y'all can't set a bar for this man and keep on moving it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how hard is it, for instance, to find a quarterback, right? Regardless of your coordinator, system, anything, it's difficult as hell to find a quarterback, and he had a diamond in the rough sitting on the bench. They got to get that man credit for the things that he is doing well. You know what I'm saying? But
You about
for
to
the defense,
you about
he
to
can say
turn
what he
all the
wants to.
you about to
Let's
turn all the
go.
Miami fans
Let's
against you
go.
right now.
Because this is what they're gonna do. This is what they're gonna do. Manny should have played the freshman, right? And you've heard this 1,000 times. Williams should be playing. Kitchen should be playing. I can't wait till Avante Williams plays. Da 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 da. But when a freshman can't make plays and the defense is sound, oh, well, he's not a good coach. It's because they freshmen. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's as
to
simple
your
as that.
point, I told Miami fans that, and they were begging for that youth movement, as you say.
Right.
I told them, I said, well, when that youth movement comes, it's cool, but you got to play your younger kids in spots. Because you just go straight youth movement, guess what happens? You're
Crunch time
starting
come.
you're starting from the bottom. I mean, because I don't care how talented a guy is.
Still
9 out of
college
10,
football.
9 out of 10 of these guys are gonna make the freshman mistakes. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you'll get that
Mm-hmm.
rare guy who's just elite from day one. But
You
how
can't.
often does that guy come around? He doesn't come around very often.
The only time that we've had in recent memory freshmen show up and play solid football was Quarterman and Pinckney. Those are the only two freshmen you could plug and play at a crucial position like linebacker that didn't look terrible when they got out there. Everybody else got a different schedule, bro. And they was begging this man to play these kids. And when these kids give up broken plays, even when James Williams had an interception versus Pitt, it was a great play, but the play was broken. Kenny Pickett threw a bad ball. We could call it what it is, right? Cameron Kitchens had a bad angle underneath. If Kenny Pickett throws a better ball, thankfully some pressure was there. There's not an interception there, right? But if the freshmen don't make plays, oh, it's because men can't coach. No, it's because they're freshmen. You got to let them boys go. And now that Manny has his quarterback in one of his classes, it's going to be, oh, well, that's not really Manny. No, that's Lash. No, man, let that man, you got to give him something. You know
so
what I'm saying?
what is Rhett done differently now that TVD's his quarterback?
So I think there's a limit to, I know, even 100% healthy, there's limitations to De'Aaron King's skill set, right? You have to be honest with yourself. I never saw a dig ran with De'Aaron King consistently. I never saw RPO ran over the middle of the field with De'Aaron King consistently. I never saw anything on the outside of the hitch or the go route with King. Van Dyke can run any concept. So you have somebody standing back there seeing the entire field, and now you're holding your defense in check before you even snap the ball. If you go back and watch, I think it's when we played Michigan State is the last time I remember watching the full King game, like a replay of the King game.
Wasn't that even that was the last game he played, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't remember off the. I think we played Appalachian State before that. I don't remember.
No, yeah, I think Michigan State was the last. I think that was the last game he played.
So if you go back and look at that game, though, first and second down, the linebackers aren't even thinking about getting to their zone drop at all. Every single play, they're leaning forward because we couldn't do anything. There was no threat to the field behind where a linebacker would be standing because nobody could drop the ball in there. And that's what happens when you have a 5'9" quarterback. So I think it's just you have a guy with the skill set that can stretch the field vertically and laterally the way Lashley intends it to be stretched, and now you can catch a lot of people out of position. Here you go, man.
Here goes your boy.
Is Garcia going to transfer? Oh, that's interesting.
Somebody asks if Garcia is going to transfer. I would say it's a little premature for that.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and I had this conversation with some other Miami fans. You're going to be hard-pressed to tell me with the tear that this kid's been on, that you're going to go into next spring and tell Garcia that or excuse me, sit TVD down and say, hey, we're going to give Garcia. I mean, like in an ideal world, yeah, that's what you do. Say, hey, we're going to give Garcia a legit chance to win this job. But we kind of know that's not how the quarterback position is played, and that's not how it works. Quarterbacks kind of need the utmost confidence. And if one quarterback, if TVD feels like he's getting the raw deal because Garcia is looked at as the future or vice versa, I don't think it's outside the realm that one of those guys transfers. I think it's premature right now. I think that people are jumping the gun a little bit.
Hold on. So this is technically TVD's second year out, right? So a year from now, let's say for some reason, let's just project in a perfect world, he keeps on doing what he's doing for the next 16, 17, 18 games in his college career, right? There's no way TVD's there after next year if that continues. There's no way, right? You'd be talking about a guy who goes through and has a season in which he probably throws for 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Then he's probably gone. My biggest concern would be if you're looking at, we talk about George all the time, right, Adrian? If you're looking at him being there because he's just good enough, right? Like let's say he hit his ceiling and then he bottoms out, right? If he's just there, well, he was good for us for this 3-game stretch, and that's my guy and that's my starter, and the locker room loves him, then I think you'll see your boy Garcia saying, well, I'm not getting my fair shot even though his performance isn't there. You know what I'm saying? That Jake Fromm, Justin Fields, or Justin Fields looking at Fromm like, dog, is this
really? Like,
right now?
Really?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he keeps up with this tear that he's on right now, like, what is Garcia going to say? Other than,
but I mean, I think you're thinking how we think, and not how the 2021 teenager thinks.
Well, I would say this too. After next year, Garcia would have 3 more years of eligibility, right? Because chances are he eats up the red shirt this year.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So I would say at the middle of next year, we'll know if Jake Garcia is transferring from Miami based on Tyler Van Dyke's quality of play.
Does Garcia get a medical red shirt?
He's got a straight red shirt.
Yeah, he doesn't need a medical red shirt.
But wouldn't
he's a freshman. He's a true freshman right now.
Well,
and
I'm just saying to be able to hold on to that regular red shirt. Is that something they're able to do?
I think you have to take that regular red shirt first.
Yeah, I don't.
You have to have taken that already. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't like that conversation because to your point, Adrian, it's way
I think it's premature. But I think the reason people ask it, because look around college football. I mean, remember I showed you the Tennessee quarterback 5-star? Like, he was 5-star last year. He's in the transfer portal. We just saw Florida State just saw Trevor Purdy dip. And I know Terrence don't care. But well, the point is, these quarterbacks, man, they don't stick around. They don't.
And somebody, that's why somebody was saying, oh, you know, AJ. Somebody earlier said AJ Duffy is a make or break for us. He has to be the guy. I don't think so. I mean, honestly, I told you I like Parsons better.
I think Parsons is dope. I think 2023.
You know, that's another year away, but
kid,
still,
I think
like,
he's dope. But even I think recruiting as a whole is. I mean, look, Michigan State has laid the blueprint, and maybe Michigan State is just a fluke. But with the transfer portal, recruiting is now not as important. The portal's bigger than it's ever been. Michigan State literally brought in 20 transfers, and you know
we tried.
I mean, we actually did a solid job on a lot of the guys we brought in. We just missed out on we missed out on quarterback.
And you missed there, and that's it.
And you know, but we hit on damn near everything else.
Not in the secondary.
I think Jamie Robinson. I think once Jamie made the move to safety, he's been solid.
Because who's wait?
Because Knowles is playing the nickel now.
Was Knowles from Arkansas?
No, Kevin Knowles is from Hollywood.
No, I'm saying what corner did we get from Arkansas? Somebody was saying that.
Oh, the McClendon. He's been playing safety, but Okay. He's a rotation piece, but my point is, I mean, both of those defensive ends have been, can't replace those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the most part, the transfer portal's been solid for Florida State. We just missed on the quarterback, which I get it. That was a that if you got a healthy Milton, you would have cashed out. It just didn't work that way.
That was a pretty big gamble. I mean,
it can't really hurt, but I understand why they did it.
Man, real quick, man, because Phil made that comment. I didn't get to it.
Which one?
He said we have 4 junior linebackers that haven't touched the field, right?
There you go. This one right here, right?
Right. So Phil, you're gonna
go ahead and speak on it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but you're gonna say that, and you're not gonna talk about Wayman Steed coming in and looking like the best linebacker on the team now that he's healthy and he can actually play ball, right? So you can't always look at coaches and say, oh, because the player didn't develop, that's the coach's fault. Some dudes never cross the line, bro. Like that's just reality. Terrence, you could agree with that too. Some dudes look like a future All-American in high school and get to college and never can take the step forward that they need to take, man.
Hakeem did.
A coach can't own all of that all the time, bro. You can't. Now, if there's a history and a pattern of it, well, fine, right? But he just had 3 guys start for him for 2 guys start for him for 4 years to go and take NFL snaps, and now he's trying to find the replacements. And you can maybe even say, you know what, he didn't do a good job recruiting the position. Okay, that's definitely debatable because he hasn't had an elite linebacker recruit come through Miami. But you can't look at every linebacker recruit and say, oh, well, they should have been a stud by now. Like, come on. Bradley Jennings Jr. was on the field and did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Zero
you got to get out of it, bro.
Zero is that guy. At the end of the day, Zero is going to be a linebacker.
I don't think so.
Yeah. What is he going to do?
I think he's going to be a strong safety in the NFL.
That is a crazy strong safety to have.
I think he's going to learn.
Is he done growing?
I would hope so. If he gets any
is it possible he grows out of safety?
Yeah, I mean, if he does, then that's the conversation's over.
Yeah, like he's 6'5" now. He's 6'5", 200 now. Like, is it possible he just grows out of that? Like, I mean, it'd be great to have him as an outside linebacker that can cover and has that type of But now we talking about putting LeBron James out there, like as a football player playing outside linebacker, an elite athlete like that. But what just to get back to this game, I think he's a big difference maker in this game. For y'all.
He's got to show up. He's got to show up in the run. But again, we go to this. Oh, youth movement. Well, when he blows an assignment in the run game and we get gashed for 30, I don't want to hear nothing. You can't have it both ways. I'm just saying you can't have it both ways, dog. Like they want these dudes to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that just ain't it. That it clearly ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, T, if we was talking about if Mandy was on salary for Jimbo money, then yeah. You know what I'm saying?
These freshmen need to make plays.
Yeah, if you got Alabama like financial access with 87 analysts and 2 backup linebackers, coaches, like they better perform, But
where's the conversation at?
No, we just I guess kind of
about what Zero has to do for them if they intend on winning. He has to be a playmaker for them. If they want to win on defense from a defensive standpoint, I think we can run the ball on them. Zero has to be the guy that stops us from doing it.
I don't know. I think you're putting too much pressure on James.
Well, who else will stop?
I think Adrian. I do think truthfully, because I think we play 8 in the box. I'm not gonna say it completely depends on him, but he has to have some type of influence on the run game.
I'm playing him, Bubba, Bubba hurt, right?
Bubba's hurt. It's going to be him, Avante.
Him, Kitchens, and Tay.
Yeah. Who, by the way, Avante, man, I gotta see him next year, bro. He better stay out of trouble, bro. That kid can move. He can really, really move back there, man. He's really, really natural back there, bro. Pleasantly surprised.
Hey, all right, so I'm gonna
Wrong,
say something, and then you
wrong.
can handle
Hold
this.
on,
Wait,
hold on.
wait,
No,
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 let me
no,
say
wrong.
something.
No, stop because that's insane, right? So I got a parent who's been a teacher for 30 years. 30 years, okay? And my mom has taught students that have gone to MIT, that have gone to Harvard, that have gone to Yale, that are lawyers and business owners, and she's also taught a bunch of idiots who work at McDonald's. So you can't say that just because they were in your class, it's your responsibility to make them pass it. It's not true. It's not true, man. That's
Jerry,
why the transfer portal is a thing.
remember,
My
it's
fault,
a
man.
will or a what? Is it a will or a skill thing? Some
Man,
people just don't
it's
have the.
either you want to get it's not even about you wanting to get there. Some people just aren't capable of getting there, bro, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine, bro. But you can't make up this world. Oh man, best coach. Man, there's a bunch of 4 and 5 stars at Bama who never touched the field, who never ever live up to their grades ever. And Nick Saban's one of the best head coaches of all time. Are you kidding me, man? You can't put that all on coaches, bro. You can't do
Nick didn't develop them right.
that. Come on.
Oh man.
Nick will he'll send 4 linebackers to the league, but somebody in the Bama chat room is gonna say, "Oh, well, he didn't develop 5-star Jaquise Williams." Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like, that got to do with anything, man.
He wasted all that talent in Jaquise. Like what?
Bro, come on, bro. I'm not trying to do
So
that, man.
if one of the conversations that some Miami guys have been having is the lack of a second running back. Like Rooster's good, but he's had some fumbles. Where's that second back? Is it? I think a lot of the fans want to see Thad.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
know.
Cody,
I think Cody kind of is the second back right now, but
he came into the year, Lashley did, saying that he wanted one back, and I think he did so very much to his like chagrin, right? In an ideal world, let's say all 3 guys were healthy, our top 3, all 3 of them should touch the field. I don't care about that one matchup, right?
It's
Because all
college,
of them got a
man.
skill set. Yeah, all of them got a skill set. So, but yeah, Adrian, I think the concern, at least for me with Cody, I think he's a physical runner, definitely not explosive yet. Not in the way that Knighton was explosive, or even Cameron Harris. And Cameron Harris got a scene. He was going through it. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen that with Brown yet. You know, and then the next one, Thad. I just think we got to see Thad. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
He
you
said,
making
"Stop
some
this man
enemies
catch."
tonight, boy.
well, they
Hey,
don't they don't want to hear nothing positive about
hey,
Manny.
they
Hey.
can come pull up. They can come pull up.
They don't want to
Pull
hear
up
nothing.
on
They know
me.
where to find me. They
They
know where to
don't want
find
to
me.
hear nothing positive about Manny
But
Diaz.
here's the thing.
So how does
So
Miami lose this game?
turnovers, turnovers.
You
You
think
turn the ball
turnovers?
over and you can't stop the run. We have to score the ball. We have to put pressure on y'all to get out of running the football. Because if we come out hot like we did versus Pitt and do what we do, 31 and a half or something like that, if we come out hot
Yeah,
like
we
that
can't.
versus
We
y'all,
don't have. Yeah, we don't have a picket. If y'all do that, then we're not coming back. I can tell you that right now.
uh-huh,
If Miami can jump up 31-14 or something crazy
uh-huh,
like that, that game's over because
right,
we don't have Kenny Pickett. We're not pulling
Jameis
that off.
Winston ain't walking through that door.
Right, right,
right,
right.
right, right.
I
So
don't think that
again,
happens though.
no, we have to. Well, it's possible because I would also argue from a Miami standpoint, we haven't played a complete game offensively ever. That's a fact. We have not in this run that Van Dyke's gone on. He has not pieced together a full 4 quarters, in my opinion. He just hasn't. Right?
That sounds good, and I hear that so often,
That's
right?
reality.
But sometimes teams just don't know how to play a complete game. And
Well,
and and
again,
that happens. So
Well,
I mean, to say, yeah, we put everything together, but maybe that's not the players aren't the type of guys that just put everything together. We see guys light it up in basketball for 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter they can't do nothing, or in the first quarter they, taking the first quarter off, and the last 3 quarters they going off, and that's just how it is. Sometimes it leads to a winning recipe, but a domination of a team for 4 quarters and is it's not
so
something that
but
you're
so
necessarily gonna.
so we're saying we're using the same words, but we speak in a different language, right? Because this is what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not talking about 4 quarters of domination, right? I'm talking about going up 14-0 on Georgia Tech, and then I think we had 4 fumbles on the next 5 drives,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So this is we're talking about playing sloppy football in
But
spots.
here's
You can play clean football and not score. I'm not talking about scoring
Yeah.
every drive.
I'm
I'm just
with you
talking
there.
about it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm just talking about we're not necessarily looking crisp
Here's what you don't have
for
to
as
worry
long as we
about.
should.
Florida State doesn't have the luck. We're not going to get 4.
We ain't get
It's
lucky.
not going to happen. Like against Georgia Tech, y'all fumbled the ball 5 times. Against Florida State, it's not going to happen. Like so that's you ain't got to worry about that.
Hey,
You ain't got
hey,
to worry about that.
I'm gonna wear my lucky Florida State pajamas tonight and
You ain't got to worry about that. I
sit
will say
there.
this personally: if there's one thing that about Miami that when I've watched them that I say to myself, I expected them to be a little better, and I think that's across the front 4. I expected them to
Agreed.
be a little better on their defensive line.
Radavius, that's an interesting little stat, man.
Which
We don't fill gaps well, Adrian. But behind that front 4, we're not filling gaps very well, and that's all Manny's defense is predicated on. When them slants come, you better fill the gap and read the play properly. You know.
look, man, I'm gonna talk my trash, but Phil, it's not tucking my tail. I'm just telling you how I feel.
So we gonna do this a little bit earlier than we
I'm
should,
not
but like
confident
with this
about
saying,
this team.
he's
It
saying you
just is
tucking
what
your
it is.
tail. Let's
Because
throw a score out there.
I think I predicted 34-30 Florida State. Right? I'm not gonna pick us to lose, and I'm
I
gonna
think
talk my
we beat the spread.
I'm gonna talk my trash. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to boil it down and just talk football, no, I don't have a lot of confidence in this Florida State team or this head coach.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Can I throw something out there? To Radavius's point about the top 10 red zone defense for Florida State.
Yeah.
How many touchdowns have they given up over 20 yards, and where does that rank back
Exactly.
to?
That's the
Because
problem.
you
We
can,
give up
That's the
big
fucking
plays.
problem.
but that could be because that can be a faux stat. Oh
How
well,
many
when they do
teams?
get in the red zone,
How many teams are
you
putting
know,
together 10 play plus drives on us? No, they're just hitting big shots over. They're killing us on the
Somebody
big
pissing down
plays.
their leg.
Yeah, exactly. Like somebody pissing down their legs. Not an athlete. Have no
too
heart.
big. Moment's too big for them.
Moment's too big for them.
Hey, shout out to Coach 30 though, man.
Oh God,
Oh
man.
man. Moment's too big, pissing
Moment's
down
too
your leg.
big. Not an athlete.
Yeah, pissed down his leg. But no, man. To your I guess the greater point of the conversation. You mentioned the points per game for the game. Halo. I pick us by 7. I think it's going to be a touchdown game. I don't think we should be expecting a close game, but I think one score settles it.
We're
Either
gonna
way,
come.
but
I'm actually tired of saying this because to me this is like the bare minimum. But we're gonna play hard. Florida State's gonna play hard.
Sure.
I mean, congratulations, Mike. You got a team that's gonna play hard. Good job. And one thing I know about Manny, he's gonna come to play Florida State. If no other team. I mean, y'all were preparing for Bama, and he was playing the war chant, preparing for Bama. Don't know where that came into play at, but
he wanted them in that mindset.
Man, I don't know. Maybe that was the case. So Manny's gonna show up for Florida State. I know that much.
Right.
But there's gonna be a little bit of an atmosphere, home field. Florida State's gonna come out wanting to win this game. We have some things that I like Like, I think Miami would be stupid if they decided to come out and try to drop back with TVD and throw the ball around the field. Like, and just allow my guys to pin my ear. Yeah, I think Miami would be absolutely nuts to do that.
I can tell you right now, what I've noticed from Lashley is his first 2 play calls in every game are setups. They've always been setups. He's never really tried to gash anybody. So he'll show, that wide bunch to the boundary or, some funky little trips to the wide side of the field and throw a bubble screen just to see how the defense reacts. But I also don't think, and you guys can quote me on this if you want to, I don't think we're truly a drop back team in terms of passing the ball.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. I think he'd be an idiot. Like, and I think that would play into our hands, but I don't think that Miami's going to do that. So I worry about like guys like Mallory and Arroyo haven't really been used this year by Miami. Like they have little plays here and there, but Miami has not really used the tight ends. Watch all of a sudden. Watch they're gonna get Knighton on the linebacker. That's kind of what I think's gonna happen. I don't think Miami can just line up and run the ball.
No,
I don't think they can do that.
But that's not how we run.
I think our front four is better than their O line.
No, we run the ball with tempo and alignment. So he'll get that bubble screen complete for 7 yards or something like that, and come back right to the line of scrimmage, same formation, and run sweep to the opposite side, or run that. Which my favorite play that I feel like he's brought to this offense now that Van Dyke back there is that counter trade with the guard and tackle. We've been killing that. We've been killing that wraparound with the guard and tackle, man. We've been killing that. But yeah, we're really not gonna line it up and just say, hey, put a hat on a hat and let's go at it.
Why would he run it up the middle?
Apparently, that's like one of his favorite calls. I don't know.
Please, thank you.
But as far as offensively for us, I think y'all's D line is about even with our O line, so there might be some give and take there. I don't know.
Our D line our problem is we don't finish. The penetration's there. We don't finish anything right now, we were spoiled last year. We had 2 guys that are starting in the NFL right now.
Yeah. Kind of like how we have Jermaine for sure. I think Kier's going to get drafted. I don't know where he gets drafted.
Day 3.
Jermaine for sure is he's a first day pick, but I think it's similar when you talk about that defensive ends.
Just to put my score out there.
No, go ahead, T.
No, I'm saying just put my score out there. I got it. I just don't feel like we're gonna get enough stops to make it a low scoring game, and I worry how are we gonna keep up with them scoring. But so it's gonna be high. It's gonna be. I'm calling a high scoring game. I'm going with 38-31 FSU. I think it might even be higher than that.
I think there's a good chance winner scores 40. I pick us 42-35. That's what I pick. I really don't have faith that we can stop the run. I just don't see it. But I don't know. If we can force if we can force that run team to pass the ball when y'all don't want to, then I think that's when it gets ugly. But
are we gonna be committed to it though? That's the problem. I feel like we run the ball and then
Travis, I believe they will. With Travis, last week I
don't know what the hell that was.
I thought they saw Milton and said, "Okay, we threw the ball 40 times last week."
Why? For what? Why?
We threw the ball 40 times.
Why would we do that to our offensive line? We're sure. I know we've been giving them some props, but no.
And even on that play that Milton had where he rolls out and throws the touchdown. Oh no, really was a lucky play. The line blocked perfectly, and he rolled out for no reason.
That's your boy, though, man.
Go back and watch that play.
I saw the play.
I was like, "What are you doing?" But hey,
what are you doing?
But he got a touchdown. So what can I say? But we won't see Milton. So I think we obviously are not going to pass the ball 40 times. But as long as we stay ahead of the change, I like our chances on offense.
Mr. Hall, I think we
Travis can
are
do
going
certain
to
things.
gas them on runs. So I don't know that it shortens the game because I feel like the runs that we have that are going to score, they're going to be big gashes, man. I think Miami has the talent that they're going to make some big stops. Like, they'll get some stops for 1 or 2 yards, but I wonder how that second level is going to go once we get there. I think once we get there, it's pretty much, I think it opens up a lot.
I think they'll all be committed to getting in the backfield. And if y'all break it, y'all break it.
Exactly.
That's what I think Manny's going to do. I think Manny's going to keep Aiden there and say, hey, y'all just don't let him run.
Like Clemson did.
Yeah. Just, hey, y'all sit right here.
Then we still got some rushing yards on them, right?
We had a decent game. We in the first half we ran the ball fairly decent. By the second half, we weren't running the ball as well.
Oh, I'm way out of turn on that. Yeah, we did not run the ball well. I was just thinking about that Toafili score.
Does Emmett Rice play? Like, there's rumors that he plays, but even if he does, how many snaps are you going to get a guy that hasn't played all year coming off a knee injury? I wouldn't
let that man chill.
I wouldn't put any stock in it, to be quite honest with you.
So real quick, our teams in terms of defenses giving up first downs, right? We're about neck and neck. Florida State's defense is giving up 184 first downs a year. Or this year. We've given up 190, right? Now 96 of the ones that y'all have given up though are via the pass, right? I didn't even know they kept this stat, but I didn't realize we were so close. I thought our defense was a lot worse than that. But on the flip side, on the offensive side, I didn't realize that we were top 20. Hold on. Top 20 in the country in getting first downs. Number 23 in the country in getting first downs at 220. And I think you guys are 90th. So the picture that's being painted is with those numbers, we're going to move the ball, right? We're definitely going to move the ball. But then again, you guys are too, because we can't stop shit, So it's just a matter of, I guess, kind of like you said, Angela, it really is. If you're ahead of the change or not, that's going to define probably whether you get your.
If we can stay ahead of the change, I like our chances.
Bill be tripping over grass because he can't bend that leg, bro. He can't.
It
looks painful,
stupid, bro.
It looks painful, bro. Like every time he tries to like start to take off, ooh.
I think Miami kept turning the ball over and kept Georgia Tech in that game.
They had one defensive touchdown. They had a 2-point conversion picked off return for a touchdown. I think we had 4 fumbles. Rambo had a ball in the red zone. He fumbled. I think Rambo had 2 fumbles.
I would love for that to happen Saturday. I don't. Again, I know it ain't gonna happen, but I would love for that.
Thank you.
But even then, Clemson did the same stuff, bro, and we couldn't capitalize.
Can I say this though?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like if we had a really good warm up for y'all, Georgia Tech was it, because they got a couple guys that can run it a little bit. They got a quarterback that has to play the game similar. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is that the edge pressure ain't there. I'm just talking about defense versus offense is what I'm talking about here.
Let me ask you this, Jerd. And Terrence ain't gonna like this question, but I don't care.
Good.
Jeff Sims or Jordan Travis?
If I had a lineup with a kid to start like 2021 season,
if you had to pick your quarterback and there was only 2 quarterbacks left.
I kind of
so don't even answer it. Don't even answer it, because that's been my point from the beginning. Jeff Sims they're the same. They're damn near the same quarterback. One guy's just 6'3", 200 plus, so he's a little bit more durable.
I was gonna say Jeff Sims looks a lot cooler than Travis.
That's it. That's it.
Jeff Sims is also 18 years old.
19 to 20. It's either 19 or 20. Now I'll give you that. JT is, and that's why that's another thing.
JT like what, 25?
That's another thing, Terrence. If you bring up a great point. People keep talking about, well, when Jordan Travis learns how to, Jordan Travis has been in college for 4 years already. He is what he is.
How old is Jordan Travis though, for real though?
No, he's like Jordan Travis. He went to Louisville, transferred, and came to Florida State.
Did we go to high school at the same time?
Jordan Travis, he at least 23, probably. He at least 23.
He was probably.
Nah, I don't think he's 23, man.
He was probably NCAA 214.
He at least 23, 24.
Hey, Jordan Travis is. Oh, they don't say how old he is, man. I can't find it.
He's 23, 24, somewhere around there. Point being,
well, the hell.
I keep telling people that JT's not getting any better. He's been in college 4 or 5 years already. That's the only thing. That's the only nod I get over on Jeff Sims is that he's younger, more room to progress.
But
they're really the same guy, man. They're really the same guy.
I think if you had a chance to build around a kid, like, and that's why I was trying to understand the question. Like, if I started the season, I would have rather Jeff Sims been in my back pocket. You know what I'm saying? But however, just to play this game, it's the same shit. Same shit.
I agree.
I'll tell you this, Georgia Tech, man, they them little running backs they got.
They got Gibbs. Gibbs is my guy. I really wish we could have got him.
He's good.
Gibbs is a good player, man. Gibbs is a good player.
He's really good. But oh no, I think for Saturday, man, 40, what did I say, 45, 38.
God damn, you just raise it up again, like.
I can't give him a break, Panama. You said 45, 38?
45, 38. Like, did that go up? Like,
I think we scored 6 touchdowns. I think we scored 6 touchdowns. I'm gonna tell you this, Jerg. If you let this, if you give up 38 to this team, I don't think y'all win the game. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now.
Our defense ain't that bad.
Yeah, if you let our secondary ain't the greatest, and our linebackers are garbage. But if you're in a game where you got to score more than 38 points, I don't think y'all win the game.
Let me tell you something. I told Mike preseason, I said, listen, man, if this is the Florida State team that snaps the streak against us, I'm probably gonna cut off all social media for about 18 months.
You can't
tell.
Nah,
bro.
Hell no.
You can't leave the chat.
I ain't letting you do that.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm gonna show up at his house, bro.
Hell no, you ain't doing that.
I show up with the Hitty White, bro. I got you. Let's sit down and talk about this.
Y'all gonna have to call me on the payphone. Y'all gotta catch me at the payphone at the gas station. Hope I'm there. You feel me?
I'm gonna have to talk you back on the social media like you talked me back in the mat, bro.
So what happened?
Bro.
Let's sit down and have a cigar, man.
So why Miami started off 2-4?
Why did we?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, why at one point did y'all have the same record as us and we started 0-4?
Well, you can literally look. Well, now that we know for sure, just to get this out there, we know for sure 100% that King wasn't healthy. We know that 100% sure.
I
right?
knew that before the first game. I thought,
but I'm saying, but it is
confirmed.
Yeah, it is confirmed that was the problem, right? So we can throw that out there. But I think even with King healthy, you can't say that this team wasn't limited with him there. If we just pushed and moved forward with the young guys, even if we kept Kosi, the offense looks totally different with the pocket pass. It looks totally different. So I think you lose that Bama game. We fight it out. What was it with App State? We lose to Michigan State, who, again, nobody knew this at the time that Michigan State was
that they were – that Mel Tucker was that guy. Yeah, no one knew Mel Tucker was that guy. Yeah.
And the running back is still a Heisman type kid,
man.
Right?
Yeah.
He's up
there.
He
might win it.
Yeah. And then what do? We come back, we coast to Carolina, and then UVA looks like they're going to be a 10-win team, a 9-10-win team, right? But we missed that field goal, and we have that damn stupid tipped interception. You know what
So
I'm saying?
the Virginia game. You guys had some tough losses.
Come on.
I agree with that.
But that's what teams that aren't necessarily mature yet do. They lose for stupid reasons. You know what I'm saying? Again, that field goal, very, very stupid loss. Very, very stupid loss. The tip pass, very stupid reason to lose it. In fact, the thing that made me mad about the tip pass, and this is a coaching thing, Van Dyke had a couple of tip passes, or at least one tip pass earlier on in that game on an RPO. We threw the same damn thing.
Yeah.
And we threw an RPO when the tip pass became a pick. It was an RPO to the short side of the field, which I've hated my entire life, right? Because there's no space. RPO short side of the field in the red zone. There's no space to operate there. You got to throw it out wide. You know what I'm saying? So it's just little stupid things, man.
So how long are you staying with us? Because I know you got to get up early. So
I don't want to keep 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
10 minutes. He said like that.
Yeah.
I thought he had time. Like I got an hour. I got 10 minutes. Old ass.
So,
10 minutes.
Nah, man. But man. I think
I don't want to keep you up.
I think it's gonna be a good one. No, man. I
expect an exciting game. I expect a great atmosphere. Yeah. I expect both teams to play hard for what it's worth. I expect all of that. I think it's going to be a close game, and I've seen Mike in close games just have like panic attacks. Yeah, choke.
Hold on. Let me ask you
what you
this.
want to call it. So
let me ask you this. So if it isn't a close game, and Miami wins it, so
if it's a blowout,
it won't. It's not going to be last year. I'm gonna tell you that it's not going to be last year because the defense.
No, no, it's not going to be last year. I know it's not going to be last year.
However, if we don't
have Blackman.
If we're talking 45-20, let's say we're talking 45-21. How long can you really keep Mike Norvell? There's no way.
I don't see 45-21, but I'll say that if he lets this Miami, like, say what you want, but this Miami team has underperformed great
all year. Mm-hmm.
This Miami team has been in nail biters, with the exception of 2 games against the 2 best teams they've played, Michigan State and Alabama. They've literally been in nail biters every single. Oh, and the high school team y'all played that one game. Yeah. But literally any team with a pulse, Miami's won by 3 points at the most in most of these games, or 7 points. If you let this Miami team beat you by more than 2 by 2 scores. And when I say 2 scores, I don't mean a field goal and touchdown. I mean 14
2
plus.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
Mike
is what he is at this point. I'm I'll put it like this: with all those kids at that game, good luck in recruiting. That's all I'll say. Good luck.
I think he's got to go.
You better hope you can hang on to what you got. That I'll say that. Hope you can hang on to what you got.
He'd be gone.
Are you saying Hunter's gonna leave?
I don't.
I'm joking, bro. Don't
even say that.
Hunter, no, but everything after that, good luck.
I think we can't get blown out if we expect.
Because if Hunter goes, the class falls to shambles. There's kids.
Why would anybody go there? Like,
because newsflash, if you don't know, there's kids committed because of him. So if he goes, the class.
I think that's why McCall's there. That's why McCall hasn't left.
McCall's one of them. He's there because of him.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes, the class falls to shambles.
Mind you, Hunter's not
I don't know how you can defend Mike.
But
Hunter's not going anywhere.
I don't think Hunter's going anywhere. But if you lose by 21, 24, 28 points to Miami, this type of Miami team, good luck.
Well, I mean, this is a different Miami team from what we saw earlier in the season. Like,
it doesn't matter. They just went with nail biter with Georgia Tech. It doesn't matter. Yes, TVD's playing great football, but that team has a lot of deficiencies, like our team. But that team has a lot of deficiencies.
Listen, and again, I truly think if it wasn't for the sloppiness, the turnovers against Georgia Tech, we blow them the hell out. But they happened. They did happen, right? And it's been happening. It's been happening as well, right?
It's a trend for Miami at this point.
This is my thing, though, is you can't be the team. And commentators have been saying this, not Miami commentators, just TV. You don't want to be there, right? If this team decides to clean it up, right? If this team decides to clean it up and get their act together, you don't want to be on the
And
other
this is
end
the
of it.
game
The
to do
problem,
it. Well, Florida
but
State
this is what I'm
won. This
saying.
would be the game to do it, right?
But this is what I'm saying, Adrian. I'm pulling this all together. If that happens, and you're talking about a 2+ touchdown loss to Miami, I don't know how Mike Norvell can walk back into his office on Monday.
No, I agree.
I don't. There's no way. There's
I said
no
this
way.
about Clemson at the time, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. This is Mike Norvell's biggest game of his career, and it is what it is. Why? Because one, Miami has a chance to imagine the bragging rights. I'm gonna hear it obviously because I'm on YouTube and I'm a content creator, and as you see, I got Miami fans in the chat. Imagine Miami kills Florida State's bowl chances again. So now we're not making another bowl game for what would that be? I think the second straight year.
Third?
Second straight year. No, second straight. We
Mhm.
made a bowl game the year Mike got hired. We barely made the bowl game. Odell
did.
pulled us out of the mud.
Odell did it, yeah.
Yeah, Odell put us out of the mud. We lost to Arizona State, but we made the bowl game. So 2 years in a row, we don't make a bowl, and that's because of Miami.
Right.
Or maybe it's because of Mike.
Well, whoever.
But Diaz gets to walk around the trail and say, "I'm your daddy."
Exactly.
Come on,
that's
bro.
my point.
Can't.
That's my
There's
point.
no way.
That's my point. This is Mike's biggest game because Miami can kill your bowl chances. You've got some. I don't even know how a team that's 3-6 has the kind of caliber of kids that they have at this game. Show me another 3-6 team in the nation that has a bunch of 5 stars, bruh.
That's all name.
It's because of that logo back there. That's what it's because of.
I'll tell you this: what I found funny, and I think this is from a neutral writer, but somebody said that Mike Norvell would love to have a signature-esque win against Miami.
He needs. That's my point. This is the biggest
game.
He
needs it.
This is the biggest game of his career.
Is it really that?
It is.
What do you ever do at Memphis?
If he loses out, does he keep his job?
No, time out, Terrence. Who do you ever play at Memphis that's on this caliber? And I feel like George's trolling, but
I swear I'm not, because
seriously though, what is the biggest game in Mike's career? Take away this Miami game. And his time
you already lost to Jacksonville State University.
Forget his time at Florida State.
Yeah.
Forget his time at Florida State. What's the biggest game of Mike's coaching tenure?
No, you're right. You're right. I think
he has to win this game.
But when you say that this would be your signature win, that was funny to read that to me.
Because Miami's not because both of these programs are nowhere near what we've seen. We know what this rivalry used to mean.
So I'll say this though. So let's say Mike Norvell loses to Miami.
What Edo gonna do?
Ed'll be out here caught up. Do you know how Ed would be on campus?
So hold on.
Ed be killing everything.
Ed be knocking everything down. Y'all thought Urban Meyer was bad, boy. But look, Ed be knocking everything down on campus.
So hold on. So let's say Miami wins. We'll call it the narrow victory.
Okay.
A loss to Miami and Florida, right? Let's say I'm just throwing out scenarios.
No, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Right. So let's call it a quote unquote big loss. Right? We say double digits with. Let's say you lose to Miami at 10, and it was just not convincing. We wouldn't say close game or not. You just weren't convinced based on your performance against Miami that Mike can get it done. And then you play Boston College, and I think Jerkovich is the best player you've got left on your schedule, including Miami. So I don't think that's a win. I think Jerkovich is a dog. He's dope. But he
just came back as well, so
that's fair. That's fair.
There's some stuff there, but I got you.
You go to Florida, the first game in 2 years.
Yep.
And let's just say he lays an egg in Florida.
Pretty sure he will, but go ahead.
Okay, so if you find a way to lose big to Miami, lay an egg in Florida, you really can't keep that guy. There's just no way you can justify it.
So before I even talk about that, let's put some context to it.
Sure.
You've already lost to the worst Clemson team we've seen in probably 6-7 years. Let's be real.
I say 10 years. Since
say
before
10?
Taj Boyd.
They were better when we were whipping their ass.
Yeah, that was better when Taj Boyd. Yeah, absolutely. So that's my point. Like you've already lost to the worst Clemson team we've seen in a decade. Right. You've lost to a Miami team that started off 2-4. Yeah, they found a little fire recently, but there's a lot of deficiencies on that team. And you're going to lose to a Florida team that is all but quit on the season, who just got waxed by a South Carolina team. That again, let's line up talent for talent. Show me where South Carolina's got way more talent than the FSU.
And got beat by JSU on the last play.
So, to your point, how do you lose all three of those games? Those are your three rivals. And they're literally the worst versions of their self that they've been in years.
I'm
glad you asked that question, bro. I'm glad you asked that
question. He gets another staff next year.
This is the thing.
I'm hearing he's not going to make any staff changes.
And then he's done.
He doesn't need to be there.
I'm telling you what I'm hearing.
Dude, you want your job? Get rid of Dilly.
Yeah, let me tell you what y'all messed
he's
up.
Damn sure not going anywhere.
He's trash.
Maybe some defensive staff changes might happen.
If we get rid of Odell and not Dilly, I'm pissed.
I don't know. There's some talks that Odell might be retiring.
If he retires, I'm okay with that. But I think it'll be a forced retirement.
I do not think Mike Norvell cannot go 3-9 and fire Odell in the same. He can't do it. And
I'm gonna take a season off.
I've been critical of Uncle Odell, but he cannot be the guy to go 3-9.
I'll take all next year off if he do that.
He cannot be the guy to go 3-9 and fire Odell in the same.
I won't talk no college football with y'all. He do that and he keep his job. I'm serious.
I'm gonna be here. I say this after the game. I won't be able to go live during the game, but we'll talk after the game. But I think the implications, probably the biggest thing about this game, Adrian, isn't even the status thing. I think it's just the implications of everything that he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because not just of who's at the game, right? But if you lose this game, we mentioned already, you lose any grasp to the Florida guys on the trail, especially the South Florida guys, right? And then you have to get it back within 2 weeks. Or else you guys are going to be set back another year. Or he could just do the Mel Tucker, right, and play all his freshmen and get 32 transfers in or whatever that number is and transform his program. Because this is going to be that's going to be tough sledding, dog. That's going to be really tough sledding for y'all, dog.
So that sounded like we got a commitment that you're going to be on after the game.
I could be on tomorrow night.
After the game?
I could be on tomorrow night.
So we gonna do this after the game, okay?
Yeah, after I win this, we win this flag championship.
Hey man, you gotta win it, man.
First of all, I'm on here every weekend, every Saturday. I'm on after the game. So.
Yeah, I gotta come talk it through, man. I won't even. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch the whole thing because of the damn tournament, but we'll see how it go, man.
So if y'all are able to make it, just let me know, and I will definitely.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be doing brunch tomorrow, so I'm good.
No mimosas and cheese.
Bottles and sex.
But yeah, like I was saying, man.
Who made this cheese? Why you tell me this cheese was damn good? Oh, y'all don't know that? Oh man.
I know the reference.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, come on, man.
I think one of the biggest one of the biggest problems I've had this year as well is just the fact that the entire conference has been down. This was like really the perfect time for Mike with a lackluster, like by Florida State standards, this is not a talented team. No. But by ACC standards, we're middle of the pack. We're right in there with everybody else. Yeah. And you just couldn't take advantage of. You just couldn't take advantage.
Mike Norvell pissed down his leg.
Not an athlete.
Moment was always too fucking big.
Too big for him.
Yeah.
So too many chances to be good, man. Too many chances.
Of course, I'm rooting for Miami's destruction tomorrow, but I just think if it's a close game, I think Mike's going to have a questionable call down the stretch, and I'm going to sit here on Saturday after the game saying,
he's the coach that they can count on the fold, man.
bruh, that's just,
If you
Hey,
standing on the
see,
other sideline, you look across and you see Mike Norvell, you can count on him. Hey man, my team isn't necessarily playing well right now, and it's close. We okay. He gonna fold.
George, let me get
this
your
is the
point off.
biggest thing. Yeah,
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll let you.
I was going to say it's not just that though, Terrence. Is that you're also looking at to Miami's credit, to our credit, we look like we have playmakers again, and that's the thing that can really blow this thing open. Rambo, Mallory, Arroyo looks good in spots.
Y'all been waiting on Mallory too.
We've been waiting all year. Keyshawn Smith looks
I
good.
said last year Mallory was the best tight end they had, and that was when Brevin Jordan was there. I thought Mallory had the biggest upside by far.
He's committed to coming back next year because he lost a lot of money with how he started the year, but I think next year he's gonna make himself some good cash. But go ahead with your point, Elo. My bad.
So before I get to that point, if the reason I put this comment up here, not because I think Marvin, I would love it, but if I'm Florida State, why am I not saying, hey, Shade Tree, I'll give you a job if you get your kid on campus? Why am I? Colleges do this all the time. Devin Bush.
Why?
Devin Bush, who ends up Florida State legacy, who went to Michigan. Michigan did that same thing with his dad.
I didn't understand that.
Michigan did the same thing with his dad.
How are we losing legacy guys who were legends for us? But not, all we gotta do is give them a fucking job.
Give them a job.
Give them somewhere. We got like 30 people on the staff. Bro, how?
He had to come in as an analyst.
Bro, I don't give a damn.
Like the fact that we lost Devin Bush. There's a
bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. Corey Collier was another one. His dad played Florida State. He plays in Florida right now. I don't know, and he probably regretting that.
So you touched you put it up there. Yeah, Deion Sanders need to stay at JSU.
That was what I was about to ask.
But go ahead.
I want to get Jerg's take on Sanders interviewing for TCU, and do you think he would leave JSU after 1 year? Do you think he's gonna try to coach his son the whole time? Do you think it's hypocritical to talk about? Because I saw some people. I saw some people. Well, I saw some people say, "Oh, he talked all this stuff about HBCUs, but his 1 year after coaching there, he's talking about leaving." Is that hypocritical, or do you look at it as he did the most for that college that anyone's ever did in that short amount of time? Look at what
by far,
bro. They show pictures of JSU Stadium before and after Deion. That stadium looked like a not even a high school stadium. It looked like a place like the City League would go play a football game.
Did we practice at Jacksonville? Where we practiced at, and we was on their practice field.
No, it was
this year.
We practiced in Jacksonville, not.
We practiced on somebody's field in Jacksonville,
but it looked like that
at University of North Florida or something. It looked like that's what they stadium used to look like.
Yeah. So, what's your take on whole Deion and TCU smoke or whatever is going to happen there?
If it was me, I would not advise Deion Sanders to go to TCU.
I 100% agree with you there. That's not a mix. That's not a fit.
No, especially if the Florida State job might be there.
That's not a
forget
the Florida State job. Just TCU's not a fit.
I think. Look, Deion wouldn't be who he was or where he was if he didn't have good situational awareness, right? Stay at JSU. You can be the godfather of HBCU football. And I'm not leaving that to go to TCU. I'm not, right? However, I'd leave that to go to Southern Cal. You know what I'm saying? I would leave that to go to USC.
Does Southern Cal go after him, though?
I don't think so.
They do, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm Deion and I'm leaving a passion project for another job,
it got to be a top 10 job.
I'd say top 5. Like Deion, the thing that Deion,
I think top 10 is feasible. I think top 5. You're talking.
You want me to tell you why I say top?
You're talking about a job
Nick Saban retiring.
You're talking about a job that might not open up.
Yeah,
because unless, and I don't know how this would look, unless you're talking about Deion coaching at Florida.
I don't think so.
I don't think Deion does.
And I don't think he'd ever do that.
I don't think he coaches at Florida or Miami.
But what Deion needs, though, is what he has at Jacksonville State or Jackson State, whatever, that he's not going to have anywhere else is a talent chokehold, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play for anybody at any one of these HBCU schools.
But he can get that in the
like
top
these
10
kids
job.
want. No, I think he can only get it at the elite of the elites. With those recruiting budgets,
he can take a.
that
I
are
guess.
just.
So I guess where we're gonna have to agree to disagree is okay. So what is the top 5 jobs? USC, Texas, Florida. Florida's in the top 5.
I think I would say Ohio State.
Florida's in the top 5. Mullins just effed it up, but the truth is, Florida is in the richest state in college in the nation, and it's in the SEC. Florida's a top 5 job.
Hold on.
It has always been a top 5 job. Some people say it's the best job in college football. Okay,
Alabama, Ohio State.
Okay.
Southern Cal.
Okay, that's 3.
Cal. Okay. Now after that we're talking about a cluster. I think we can agree on that.
Okay.
Those are clearly the top 3 jobs from a financial standpoint and a brand standpoint.
You said Alabama, Ohio regions. State, and Texas.
Oregon ain't a bad job.
Oregon
but it's not
a terrible job.
It's not.
Oregon's not a great job.
USC, you can say what you want to say. I know the program's been down since Pete Carroll, but money-wise, USC is top 5.
Y'all ever been on that campus? Jeez.
No, I've actually never been to California.
Oh, but it's gorgeous.
I'm sure it is.
Campus is gorgeous.
I don't think I wouldn't take an LSU job over. That's close.
I think LSU might be.
LSU and Florida is really close, and the reason I say LSU is so close is because they're the only game in town.
Talent, yeah.
They're the only game in town. LSU's close.
LSU would be my 4th.
LSU's close because they're the only.
It has to be
because they're the only game in town over
Yeah.
Florida. They're the only game in town. Florida's competing with Florida's competing with Florida State, Miami.
Is Clemson the top job?
No. Fuck no.
No.
Are we gonna say Notre Dame?
Once Dabo leave Notre Dame, if no.
So, but here's the problem. Here's the problem you run
I'm just
into.
Throwing things out there. I'm just throwing.
But here's the problem I run into with putting Florida in the top 5. There's only real problem I run into. The ceiling. The ceiling on a University of Florida is not higher at any point than the ceiling on Florida State or Miami, and they're in state.
But that's because hold on, I'm gonna let you finish.
Is that bias talking?
No, it's not bias. No, it's facts. What he's saying is facts. But that's because our brands are Miami and the Fatigues.
We have sexier brands.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm getting.
Miami and the Fatigues and the I can't believe I just threw that up.
Hey, bro. Hey, delete this. Delete this. Oh Lord. Oh no. Is that on here? Oh,
my point is, Miami has trendy stuff. Miami is a trendy team. They've always been a trend. They got cool stuff. Same thing with Florida State. Florida State, the spear. I mean, I still say to this day that our helmet, in my opinion, is the best helmet in college football. And I don't care what nobody says. I think it's the best helmet in college football. I think it's one of the most iconic helmets in college football. Sure. And Deion and just Miami and Florida State have a caliber of players and just a swag and just
they have a ceiling.
What they represent just is more than what Florida has ever expressed. Correct. In my opinion.
But and so that's why I wouldn't. And not just we're not even just
if you screenshot that, I'm gonna sue you somehow. I don't know how, but I'm gonna find a way.
No, Sted already got the recording, so that's
already happened. Sted already got that.
I'm pretty sure.
It's gonna be in the chat after the conversation. After this, Sted.
I didn't fully throw it up though. I didn't fully put it up there.
We saw it. It was up there, bro.
I half-assed it.
It's too late.
But
I got caught up in the conversation. I can't believe I did that.
It's inside of you, bro.
Go wash your hands. Go wash your hands, man.
It's definitely not inside of me.
Hey,
I'm gonna blame it on the goose.
Peter Ward don't need to coach nobody. I don't know. Peter Ward need to stay.
But you do LSU at 4.
I love him though.
Right?
I think, but see, I think why I say Florida's top 5 is because that institution is unlike Florida State and Miami, where our maybe our brand is bigger, but their institution is dedicated to football. Period.
So is Texas.
Bruh.
So is Texas. Texas.
Now they're an SEC
culturally
team.
something's off. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I think LSU is a good.
Texas
I'm not
is
gonna
an
lie.
SEC
I think LSU is tough for me because, again, they're the only game in town. The problem with Florida is they share a state with Florida State, Miami, and Alabama comes in here regularly, and Ohio State comes in the state of Florida regularly.
Clemson coming down.
Clemson comes in here regularly. LSU, I don't know what it is about LSU. Them kids don't leave the state.
Nope.
They don't.
Nope.
And they got that same type of running around in swamp training.
It's like Mississippi kids, and at least with LSU, I understand it because LSU has won recent national championships. I don't know why Mississippi kids refuse to leave their state, but them Louisiana kids, they're not leaving the state, man. They ain't leaving the state.
Right, man. So I'll say this, man. If you give them 5, I think it's debatable. I don't think it's clearly a top 5 job. But again, I think if you're Deion, if you go back to the core of it, and you're Deion Sanders, I want all the chips on my table if I take a job, and Florida doesn't give me all that. Honestly, to an extent, Florida State doesn't give it to you. You go out to Southern Cal, you're a rock star already. You go out to Southern Cal, you'll have every kid on the West Coast.
That would be very interesting. Southern Cal would be, bruh.
He would get going to LA.
The
amount of money he would make
bro,
outside of his contract.
The crazy thing about Deion is I've always thought this about Deion. His personality isn't. You wouldn't know Deion was from Fort Myers.
No.
Hell no.
Like that's what I'm saying.
No.
He's not. His personality is all West Coast LA. Like he's perfect for that.
That's why when he went out to the Bay in San Francisco, even when he was here in Dallas,
he's perfect for it.
That bigger than life.
Because us Florida dudes, we just we ain't that friendly. Like we not as you know what I'm saying.
Maiden Day just said this, man. Like if Deion, wherever Deion goes, if he leaves in the time where his son is there, his son coming. It's happening.
That's the only thing
I think he makes sure see it through, and then you talk about it after that. But I also don't think.
Maybe he's a grad transfer.
No,
I can see him being a grad transfer.
I don't think he wants that. I don't think he wants that kind of stigma on his son of him following his dad. I think he's gonna see. I think he'll see his son through at JSU, and then from there he'll make a decision. Is he serious about coaching? Does he want big boy coaching? Or does he kind of just want to stay in the HBCU?
They're playing great, by the way,
and be the kingpin. Well,
they're playing great out there.
They have the most talent of any HBCU by far.
And I'm assuming they're going to be in the playoffs, right?
And I don't want to disrespect Deion, but he's playing. I mean, come on. This dude has transfers from a bunch of D1 schools.
He got guys from Florida State. He got 3 guys from Florida State, I think.
He's got
guys from Auburn. He's got guys from
Bama.
That's my point.
He got a guy from Bama too.
So I don't want to knock Deion, but let's be real. He's on a whole another playing field. Because of the talent alone, he's gonna kill the HBCU game.
Coaches like playing for who they like, and guess what? He stayed relevant enough, even though as old as he is to some of these kids, maybe.
But he don't even.
Relevant
How old is Deion?
40,
he don't look a day over for like 42 to me.
He's 50.
He about 40.
50.
Yeah,
he's about 50,
man.
ain't he? He's about 50.
He came in the league in like 89.
He got to be damn near the same.
54.
He's got to be the same. I was just about to say he's got to be damn near the same age as Michael Jordan.
He's 54.
And he don't look a day over 40.
I remember him and Andre Rison getting in that fight, man.
Yeah. He don't look a day over 40. So, shout out to Deion. I love Prime as much as anybody. I mean, P Dub's my favorite FSU player, but I love Prime. But he's gonna finish. He's gonna finish JSU, and then I think he's really gonna evaluate. Does he want to go big time college football, If Mike gets
can't
fired
see
in that
him.
time frame, I think I will say this, and I will say that I've been against FSU hiring Deion this entire time. But if Deion sticks out for 3-4 years at JSU, wins a couple, I think he's in the MEAC. Is he in the MEAC or the SWAC? I think he's in the MEAC.
SWAC, I thought.
He's in the SWAC or the MEAC?
Whichever.
To Jerg's point, whichever. He wins 3 MEAC SWAC championships. At that point I would not be against Florida State taking a gamble because I know recruiting is going to be stupid, and I think the staff he could put together. You put it like this: you can't tell me Deion couldn't be Dabo Swinney × 2. I'll say that. That's what I'll say. That's what
I'll say this. I'll make this my final point here. If we're talking about him being interviewed by TCU, right, which apparently happened,
and he nailed it. But they're not going to hire him, obviously. But
so let's say that happened. In the situation I gave you earlier, where the Norvell lost tomorrow, and the Norvell lose out for the rest of the year, if that happens, and TCU is willing to hire that man, FSU, I don't care what you have to do. I don't think you could live in a world in which you're looking for a head coach, right? And Deion Sanders is willing to go to a major college football program, and you let him walk to TCU. I don't care how inexperienced he is. I think that would be the worst looking thing in the history of football.
I kind of agree with you.
He has a good point.
I kind of agree with you.
It would look really bad.
I kind of agree with you.
Dude.
It would look bad for Florida State.
If we fire
but if he goes to TCU and wins 1 game in 2-3 years, then what are we talking about? I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm saying to myself,
the optics matter. We can't say the optics don't matter.
I agree. The optics matter.
So if it'll be the equivalent of if Ken Dorsey goes from Buffalo Bills QB coach to being offered an NFL head coaching job, and Miami has a vacancy and we don't pick up the phone to try to get him in there, we look incompetent. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think
we know our front office is incompetent. So.
No, I'm just saying though, you can't allow. I think Tallahassee would burn itself down if that happened. I really do. But hey man, I'm gonna head out, man.
Yeah, I know you gotta
get some rest, boss.
Yeah, man. I'll catch y'all. I appreciate it. Go Canes.
Hey man.
I'll let y'all know for tomorrow, bro.
Stop it.
You know.
But yeah, after the game, bro, if you willing to get on, let me know. I'll drop the link.
I ain't no willing.
Adrian, one more time for the people, Adrian. I see y'all, man.
Yo.
All right, man.
Hey, but real quick, anybody that's in the DFW area, man, and y'all trying to catch this game, man, I'm out here. I'm willing to.
So what you trying to do, Terrence? You good? You ready to get off?
I can kick it for a little bit while. I can kick it for a little bit longer.
And we still got 50 people in here. So
yeah, everybody, still talking. They got stuff on their chest.
If you're willing to kick it, I'm willing to kick it. That's what.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, man,
be all Florida State, all biased.
Yeah, now we got that bullshit going.
Yeah, now that bullshit out of the way, let's get back to what's real.
Hey, you fucked up though, man.
Man, I fucked up.
I just want to let you know. Hey, only way I'm ever throwing that up is if my son commit.
You know how you in a conversation and you just
you know how they do that little thing with the hands. They do the little thing with the hands and they throw that.
I threw that garbage up, man. You right. I threw that garbage, and I know somebody gonna clip that shit.
Oh, that's clip, bro.
I know
that
somebody gonna clip it.
Unless you can go back and edit this, bro.
I can edit it. It don't matter though. I can edit it, but they can still go back and clip it right now if they wanted
to. Yeah, man. Add me on Facebook, man. Shit. My name is that on Facebook. Add me on Facebook.
I ain't seen DF in here tonight, but I know he from Texas or claimed to be, but
yeah, I'm going somewhere. I'm gonna bring the laptop. If you want me to, man, I'll even join you at halftime. Oh, Hall, you missed it? Oh man, yeah, he did. I'm pissed at him, man. I don't
Or
know what he was
Davis. I
thinking.
didn't. It's a rumor. Don't believe it.
It's a
Don't
rumor.
believe it. Don't believe it.
But
Don't
yeah,
believe
man,
it.
I
It's a
think.
rumor.
I mean, you alluded to this earlier, man. This is a real big game for us.
Mike's
Even
biggest
if
game in his career.
I mean, we need to win out for the playoffs for one.
If Mike,
Playoffs. I keep saying that.
yeah, you
I'm
keep saying
thinking about.
playoffs,
Remember,
but
I'm a Carolina Panthers fan.
I
Panthers
know
need to
what
win
you
out for the
mean.
playoffs too.
I know
So
what you mean.
I'm crossing over, but
If
we
Mike
need to
can
win out
win
for a
this
bowl game.
game, I think he might pull some shit out of his ass on this recruiting trail. If he can win this game,
We win this game.
if he
We
can win this
secure.
game, you can't convince me that Marvin Jones Jr. I didn't know until about a month or two ago that his mom was a Miami graduate.
Oh,
Remember? We talking about Marvin Jones Jr.
yeah, we did say
His
that.
mom went to Miami, so his dad is used to fucking Miami. So
Hey,
had to get that in there.
hey,
But
man.
so if he can get this win, he's gonna. I think he might pull some stuff. If I legit think,
Truth
if
is,
he can get this win, he might get himself a top 10 class if he can get this win.
we have an opportunity to get an elite defensive class.
I agree with you.
Because there's also talks that this
bro.
game helps Kamari make a decision.
I don't believe.
I don't think we get him, but Travis is pushing hella hard on it.
I don't believe that though.
You don't think Travis is pushing for it? And like you said, Travis got some pull right now.
He got some pull because
he's that it guy. He's this class's it guy.
Because he's that damn good. Because he's that damn good.
It's not a quarterback. It's him.
But if I'm Travis, to hell with all due respect, and when I say this, I don't mean any disrespect to the kid. He's a great player. But if I'm Travis, to hell with Kamari. I'm in Marvin Jones Jr. If Marvin Jones Jr. is eating, Travis Hunter is eating. DN and shut down corner, that's a match made in heaven. That's a
Earl
match.
Little's not coming, Panama. I'm sorry.
I'm not worried about Earl Little. If I'm Travis Hunter, I am in Marvin Jones Jr.'s pocket all weekend. He don't go to the bathroom and I'm not following him in that bathroom, bro.
Bro, you hungry? You want something to eat?
Bro, I'm telling you.
Hey, my mom's made some stuff back at the extended stay. You want to swing?
If I'm Travis Hunter, not Earl. Marvin Jones Jr. don't leave my sight because if he's eating, I'm eating. Dominant DN, dominant DN, dominant.
Yeah, and I
corner?
think.
Come on,
I think.
man.
Well, I think all of it. I think this.
You already got a safety in Sam. You don't need. Again, I would love to have
Kamari back there,
bro. I would love to have it, but come on, how?
And
FSU, we're 3-6. Let's be realistic. We're not getting both of them.
True. Well, if they know they're coming in and starting day one.
But at least with Marvin Jones, his daddy is a legend.
And that's the thing. What it comes down to for me is this.
And the NIL, the NIL is real. You can make money. You can make money in Tallahassee. You got the same name as your father.
Give him the number too.
Come on, that's what I'm saying.
He gonna make money. Yes, there's a lot of money on the line for Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones Jr. can make money in Tallahassee, bro. Come on.
He can go into the NFL and not really worry about where he's getting drafted. He just want to get drafted in his best situation.
If I'm Travis Hunter, there's no way Marvin Jones Jr.
You want me to tell you something else? And I know this is getting off track a little bit.
No, go ahead.
The NIL actually allowed for guys to position themselves in the draft now. The money and getting picked in the first round or second round no longer matters if you get your money in college. Now you can skip that because you don't want to go to these teams. You don't want these teams to look at you and you're not worried about that $2-3 million because guess what? You made it in college. You made that, you made however much in college. You're okay with money. You don't have to pressure yourself and get advances and take deals with agents that you're not comfortable with because you got money. You can get yourself them suits and all this stuff you need to do to get to this place and not worry about who your agent is. You can get the best agents that are for you. You can get better deals and negotiations with the agents because there's no upfront money needed from these people.
I don't disagree.
It is a game changer.
I don't disagree.
Huge.
I don't disagree, but this was the first year of this NIL. I think some companies are going to take a step back. The reason I say that, Spencer Rattler and DJ Ugalele have burned those companies because they put a lot of money in those kids, and those kids. Spencer Rattler probably transferring, and DJ has been.
They looking for the next thing at in Clemson.
You hear what I'm saying? So I think this year is going to be kind of a. I think this year was the first year, so companies kind of jumped on it. But I think people are going to kind of reel it in a little bit.
Other sports teams have jumped on it.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
The Florida Panthers
I think they're going to reel it in a little bit and say, we're probably not going to put a bunch of stock into these kids until they prove something.
But when you get on that field, and if it's a guy, Travis will be in Florida in Tallahassee tomorrow. But when guys get on the field and they start producing, guys like Marvin Jones,
that's the state of the program, Hunter. Chad. That's the state of the program right now. This should never be a question. Marvin Jones Jr. is arguably the best college linebacker of all time. You could probably argue 2 or 3 other guys. Seriously.
Who?
That's college. Seriously.
Who?
Oh, by the way, he played with a guy named Derek Brooks on the same team.
It was by far the better guy. And had a great NFL career.
Right. And he was by far the better guy and had a good NFL career. He just didn't have Derek Brooks' NFL career. So Derek Brooks
also was surrounded by better players, but
Derek Brooks was the NFL guy, but Marvin Jones was arguably the best college linebacker of all time. And yet we're sitting here praying to God, Allah, Buddha, whoever you believe in, that his son.
Not to mention, Marvin Jones is hardcore. He's a hardcore.
Not only his son, but his namesake.
Yeah,
he didn't name his son Andre Jones. His namesake, and we're sitting here saying, "Please come to Florida State." Like that's the state of the program.
How is that?
That's the state of the program, man. And it's sad that we're here. It's sad. It's sad that we're here.
You got to understand, though, Well, here's the other side. Marvin Jones Jr. is from Miami. He's from South Florida. Like, they live down this way. Like,
let me be very clear, Terrence. I don't think there's a snowball chance in hell Marvin Jones Jr. ever puts on a Miami uniform. I think he's
coming up. He's coming to us then.
No, I think he entertains Miami because his mother. But I'm telling you right now, I think if it's not Florida State, I think it's like Alabama. It's Alabama, Ohio State, or a team like that. I do not believe for a second he's ever going to wear a Miami uniform.
That's crazy. Marvin Jones Jr. had a nice little 10-year career.
No, he played solid career with the Jets.
Yeah, a 10-year career. His last season, he had 120 tackles.
He wasn't the bust that people try to portray him. He just wasn't.
That's crazy, though. Like, I didn't know he had 120 tackles his last season and then never got another shot.
You ain't lying, bro.
His mama fine?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look that up. Hold on.
You ain't lying.
Hold on now. But anyway, no. Let me stop. I don't say it, mama. But like I think it's sad that we are at that state, but like it should be like without question.
Should be.
Like it makes the most sense.
You ever heard of an Alabama legacy not going to Alabama? Even when they weren't even what they are now. Yeah. Before Nick got there. It seems like it's only Florida State. It seems like it's only Florida. Yeah, I think Marvin Jones tore his ACL or something like that. So he was. Is
that what happened? Okay.
I know he got injured. I think it was a knee injury, and he wasn't the same player he was in college, but he was still a damn good linebacker.
Peter Bullware was a beast too. Peter Bullware
was the man.
God damn, we had some guys.
He was the man, bro.
Peter Bullware was out there.
Both of his. I know. Michael Bullware played here, but I don't think that was his brother. I don't think that was his son. Michael Bullware is his brother, if I'm not mistaken. But we've missed out on legacies recently, man. I mean, James Cook? He's kind of a legacy, right? We didn't get him.
Yeah, I don't know how we missed out on James Cook. Well, it just made so much sense. Like
Devin Bush, we missed out on him. Again, I talk about Collier. We missed out on him.
Isn't there a quarterback
Marcus Banks? Marcus Banks right now is in the transfer portal. He's a legacy kid. We'll see if maybe they do look at him.
Say he was drafted by the Jets in the store, and he balled out for him, man. He was good. Like it's I don't know. Bernard Wilson had a solid career for a little bit. He wasn't Peter Boulware. Shoot, you know what? DNs were bookends.
I think you sleeping on Wadsworth there, till dog.
Oh, Andre Wadsworth.
Yeah, you sleeping on Bernard Wilson was dope.
He had a solid career out in Arizona
too. You sleeping on Wads right there, till dog.
Wilson was out in he went to, did Wilson go to Arizona? He played for the Cardinals too.
Yeah, we got Stanford Samuel's son, the Stanford Samuel the third, but he was a little bit of a disappointment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But it's how it works out. I think Marvin Jones Jr. isn't a guy we can't miss on. Damn, I'll
be honest with you. I don't care about making a bowl game. I do, but I don't. I care about recruiting because this thing doesn't get turned around unless we get more talent. We have to win this game for recruiting. Like, in my opinion, we can win this game and lose to Boston College, and I wouldn't give a damn because I just want to get this recruiting off the ground.
Yeah,
I don't care about this bowl game.
DeCallum Brooks, still on the roster, right?
He's still on the roster. He's
just chilling.
He's not his dad. Just they don't always
undersized but he had effort. I love the effort he always put on the field.
He was just undersized.
He's a guy you do want on the team, even though he's a legacy kid. He's a legacy kid that brought the effort. He didn't feel entitled.
Player that's ever played. Corey Magnum is the worst. He's easily the worst DB I've ever seen at Florida State. And I would argue if it wasn't for Juwan Williams, he's the worst FSU player that I've ever seen.
Oh wow, Juwan Williams the worst FSU.
Name someone worse. Juwan Williams is so bad he entered the transfer portal. I don't think he's got picked up yet. He's been in the transfer portal for over a year.
Damn.
Now somebody can verify that but I haven't heard that Juwan Williams has been picked up by any team.
Damn. How you try to transfer and they be like, nah, you good out there.
And Magnum was bad too. Yeah, Mike's got to have his game, man. Juwan's at FAMU? That
makes sense.
I know the other DN is
good for him.
The other offensive tackles at FAMU. I don't even remember his name. He was a JUCO guy.
It don't say that he there.
I don't think Juwan Williams is at FAMU.
Juwan Williams ain't there.
The other offensive tackle we had is at FAMU. Williams or something. What's his name? I don't remember his name. But he was a JUCO guy who we picked up, and he never amounted to anything, and he went to FAMU. I don't think Juwan ever got picked up.
Nah, I don't see. I think he's still out there. He got arrested at some point.
Williams, yeah. Williams, yeah. There's another Williams. I don't remember his name, though.
I don't see nothing about him getting picked up. So
I tell you, man, Juwan Williams was garbage. Juwan Williams is probably the worst player I've ever seen at Florida State. No cap.
Well, it's
him and Corey Magnum. I remember watching Corey Magnum. Boy, Corey Magnum played safety. I used to say, what the? Man, I remember watching Corey Magnum.
Who said Chaz Neal? So what about Chaz Neal?
Dylan. I don't know.
Oh, that was the tackle.
I don't know where Chaz ended up at. No disrespect to Wads, but I'm talking about guys who played the line opposite of each other. I don't remember, but all three were terrifying.
Wasn't Wads opposite Bulwer at one point?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Wads was opposite.
Bulwer came before
I'm mixing up years.
Yeah, Bulwer came before Wads.
Wads was opposite. He was opposite somebody nice though.
Levante
Taylor was not a letdown. Stop it. We are not putting Levante Taylor in their class and these guys that we're talking about class.
Yeah, I think I think that coaching change. Devontae Taylor was damn near shut down his first 2-3 years, and then
Chaz Neal's at FAU, by the way.
Okay, it makes sense that he'd go play for Willie.
Yeah, and it's interesting how they're going out there, man. I think Willie's should be winning
Willie's
some of these games.
he's up and down. He's
Yeah,
I about to say he's the same coach he was here. He probably has more talent than a lot of the teams he's playing. But he's very up and down. He'll have a good victory one week, and the next week you're like, how'd he lose that game? Willie is what
yeah.
he is. Willie's what
And
he
his
is.
rotations vary too. He's made some significant changes in his rotations. Obviously, I pay a lot of attention to him out there with my little cousin out there. But
Yeah.
it's it's interesting, man. They lost to Marshall, but they got they had some other wins that you like. Okay, they look like they're doing something, and then
That's what I'm saying.
they're just out of nowhere. Like they lost. Did they lose the Air Force? I think was the Air
He's the
Force there?
same. He's the same Willie, man. He's the same.
Yeah, they lost 31-7 in the Air Force.
And I wanted Willie to be great. Don't get
Now,
me
mind you,
wrong.
it was
But
in
it's just
Kosi that lost that game. And Kosi was 11-33 on that
Was
game.
he?
11-33. But you don't expect them to lose to Air Force or UAB,
I mean, Lane did he?
huh? Well, I mean, what they are 5-3. They got Old Dominion, West Kentucky, and Middle Tennessee. They could win out, but Perry's been a big part of it, I guess, for them. But whatever. We're not gonna get too far into your least favorite coach of all time.
Honestly, he's not. I want Willie to be great. It's just what it was.
If Willie say
I
Willie
wanted
put
Willie to be
things
great.
together. Say Willie goes and he raises the profile of FAU. He gets another big job and he wants to come back to Florida State 10 years down the line.
They're not gonna hire Willie again. But what you said 10 years down the road.
10 years down the road.
So
he gets his shit together.
What has Willie done in them 10 years? Has he won some conference championships?
Won a couple conference championships for
Okay.
FAU. Went on to a school like let's throw a lower SEC school out there. Mississippi State, not Mississippi State.
You sure you sure SEC is where you want to go?
Yeah, say he went. Say he gets a Vanderbilt.
Jay Williams, that was his name. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Jay Williams was trash. He was trash too.
He's the one. He's the one that's at FAMU.
Okay, let's say he goes to no, you're right. Let's say he goes back West Coast. He wins some games at let's Oregon State, or UCLA.
I don't take anything out of Pac-12. FSU should never circle back around to Willie Taggart. Like, if we're hiring Taggart again, that's a lot.
Then Dion is the guy.
This program is dead. But
oh yeah, it probably is. Yeah,
10 years down the road, we're hiring Willie Taggart. This program's dead. This program's dead.
Obviously, I don't want to deal with this stuff 10 years down the line, but
this program's dead.
We SMU.
What is a dang bay talking about? Marvin Jones Jr. and Clemson. I don't think that happens either.
What?
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
I don't think that.
Look at Clemson. Why would he go to Clemson right now?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Name me a good defensive player from Clemson in the NFL.
Apparently, AJ Terrell is putting up crazy.
Yeah, he's doing well on my Madden team.
Yeah. Them analytics say.
Boy, hey, no man. It's. I feel like the other part. We go in on the Clemson DBs and all that. I do feel like that's a coaching thing too. They're putting them in a position.
Well, it's always a coaching thing.
Well, not always. These aren't bad defensive backs.
Well, let me put it like this:
they're getting put on islands that they shouldn't be put on.
Well,
ain't no way he should have been guarding Jamar Chase one-on-one.
But why aren't they transferring to the league? I think so. To what you're saying. Yeah, when you scout a guy and you scout him as whatever, whether he's a cover 3 or he's a man-to-man, whatever. I think AJ, they scouted him as a man-to-man and he got exposed, and maybe he's playing. I don't know what he's playing at Atlanta. I don't watch Atlanta like that, so I don't know what primary defense they run, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So I don't know if they're putting him in man-to-man situations. I don't know if they're dropping him back in zone and letting him do his thing like that, and maybe that's why his grade is so high.
Did we say Kyle Pitts was gonna be a bust?
But Jerk said Kyle Pitts. No,
I don't think we said he was. Maybe we got to check the tape. I don't think we said he was gonna be a bust.
I think we said he wasn't worth the fourth. Yeah,
pick.
We didn't say he was worth the fourth pick. I stand by that. I still don't think he was worth the fourth pick.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple wide receivers, 2 or 3 wide receivers out here balling out that I think I would have taken before him. So I still would take Jamar Chase, Devontae Smith, and a couple other guys before him as playmakers on the outside. So is Akeem Dent the worst DB?
I don't think so.
No.
Dent's not worse than Jerry and Jones, so you can stop that.
Jerry and Jones is
you can stop that.
Hey, what's the name of the guy Coach 30 talk about? Davis. Hey, Jerry Jones is no longer Jerry Jones. His name is Davis.
Man.
Once again. Hey man, we're gonna have to reach out to him, man.
I know Dent didn't play well against NC State, but before that, he was putting together a solid string of ball games. Dent not worse than Jerry and Jones.
We all knew Dent was gonna be good. Man, I was excited about Dent.
Yeah.
I was excited. I was legitimately. I saw the tape. I watched him. I was like, damn, looks good. Got all the measurables, and then
the problem with Dent is they haven't committed to a position for him. He's 1 year he's a corner, next year he's a safety, then the next year he's a corner again, and now this year he's a safety again. So it's like, I don't know.
I mean,
look, man, everybody's not Jalen Ramsey. You can't just swap guys in and out, or LaMarcus Joyner, right? You just can't. Those were legit guys. You just can't swap those guys from position to position and expect them to play.
Yeah, Jalen was just amazing.
Like, yeah, I mean, you see
Jalen.
Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he's on track now. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey is on track to be Deion-esque. Like seriously.
So here's the thing about that. Let's stop there. I agree with that. The argument against that is he is not making enough plays getting the ball in his hands to be considered at that level.
If you don't throw to him, how the hell is he gonna make plays?
And that's my thing. I think as a complete corner, I don't think we've seen something like him.
I'm finna Google Deion real quick because we know Deion is prime time, but people talking about interceptions like, hold on, I want to see how many.
Thank you, Mayan King. So I wasn't wrong. Peter Bullware and Andre did go opposite each other at one point, just one season, I think.
So look, people targeted Deion early in his career. 5 interceptions, 3 interceptions, 6, 7, 6. And then by the end of his midway through Deion's career, from 95 on, you're talking about, man, had 2 interceptions a year because no one threw to him.
Why? Why would you throw to him?
So most of his plays DBs are not graded by their interception numbers, bro. If
that's the case, Antonio Cromartie,
bro, exactly. If that's the case, bro. Why would a quarterback throw to a lockdown corner? Like,
you know what, Chad? You're saying that Deion was a scoring threat, right? Ramsey don't have pick sixes. Cool. Now, remind you, Ramsey get the ball in his hands. I agree. He get the right set of situations. He gonna take it to the house. And sometimes situations is what it is.
Where Deion differentiates himself is Deion was a special team player. You could line Deion up on offense and stuff like that. That's where he differentiates himself. I'm strictly talking DB wise. Ramsey is on track to be that Darrelle Revis-esque, Deion-esque.
Yeah, and the thing is, his physicality, the way he gets up and he makes plays on on dudes with the ball in their hands. Who else doing that? Like, it's not a lot of guys out there doing that. Oh, he don't make interceptions, and I was like, yeah, but when did they throw at him?
Yeah,
When?
I think we sleeping
When?
on Ramsey a little bit.
He's legit out here doing things that Darrell Reeves does in coverage, but then playing as a defensive back, looking like Charles Tillman,
Yeah,
making
I agree with that.
tackles,
He's
getting
more,
aggressive,
way more physical. Yeah, yeah.
like he doesn't shy away from that contact. Like, you can't ignore that, man. He is a all around football player at that position. If you throw it his way, you complete a pass, you're not breaking no tackle. You're not getting away and getting an
And
extra 30 yards.
the crazy thing about Jalen is, I think people thought he was gonna be like a
Oh,
name a DB that flashes. Like, people thought Jalen was gonna be like Howard. Uh,
Xavier?
yeah, a guy who is looked at as being good, but his years are up and down. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, good, good. He's not a bad player. Or remember, Gilmore was considered at one point the best corner in the league. Guys
Yeah.
like that. Guys like that. Jalen Ramsey has
He's
been
held constant. He's a consistent.
constant.
He's a habitual.
He's habitual, yeah, all pro.
Like, he's gonna be there. What's his? I think his highest interception total was like 5, right? 4. That's it. 4. And so what? Like, are we
A lot
going
of people
after
think
him?
Buckley was actually the best. Terrell Buckley and
He
Deion
was the best
Sanders.
on that team
Terrell
in
Buckley and
college.
Deion Sanders is a similar conversation to Marvin Jones and Derrick Brooks.
In college,
Derrick Brooks and Deion had the NFL success that they're considered two of the best at their positions
Hall
of
of
all time.
Famers.
Yeah, Hall of Famers.
Buckley's
Whereas in college, people think Buckley and Marvin were better than Deion and Derrick Brooks.
so um so I agree. Like, in college, yeah,
I
I would have
agree with
thought
that.
Buckley was going to be the guy.
Again, the
Remember, Buckley was
offensive
back
part.
there returning punts too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Buckley was,
Offensively is where you get me on Jalen. When you start talking about Deion's total game, when you say, "Oh, he was kick returns and punt returns," and they would line Deion up at receiver, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. But if we talking strictly DB play, I would argue Ramsey do a lot of things better than Prime. I don't know. And maybe I'm saying something blasphemous right there, but
they hate that.
I think Ramsey do some things better than Prime used to do, man. I will agree that Deion was a better all-around football player.
Yeah, I mean, it's Prime. He's one of the top 5 all-around football players.
Yeah, athletes.
Athletes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, because who we throwing in there as an athlete who's transferred over multiple sports? I mean,
Him,
Bo. You can throw Mike out there, although he didn't
Mike.
do.
Mike didn't have the success as those two guys.
Yeah, but I would actually no. Mike's not in that because they had success.
That's what I'm saying.
You know who is underrated when it comes to that, and maybe because he wasn't a lead in both. Brian Jordan played for the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Falcons and was a starter. And he was a legitimate Brian Jordan. I know maybe I'm speaking out of turn. Nobody know who I'm talking about. Brian Jordan was on that team with Deion Sanders playing for the Braves and the Falcons at the same time.
What about
Jordan.
Charlie Ward? What if an NFL team would have gave Ward a shot? You think he could have played NBA?
That's interesting.
And NFL?
No, you're not playing NBA and NFL. The beating that your body
Ward
takes.
was a solid point guard though. Like, he was a good point guard.
Yeah, he was solid. He was a starter.
Yeah.
He started on those he started on the finals team, ain't it? Didn't he start when Charlie when Spreewell took the Knicks to the finals? He didn't start on that team?
I don't think he was the starter on the Knicks.
It was 99 against the Spurs. He was on that team, wasn't he?
I don't think he was the starter. I don't remember.
I don't know. I remember him starting on the Knicks for a little bit.
Yeah, he did play.
I remember him getting tossed by was that him that got tossed by PJ Brown?
I know for a fact he started for the Knicks.
Who got tossed by PJ Brown? Was that him?
Was that?
It was Charlie.
It might have been Ward. It might have been
I think it was Charlie Ward.
It might have been Charlie.
I think it was. Yeah, it was Charlie. It was Charlie getting tossed by PJ Brown. But yeah, he was on those years. He was in those on those teams. But yeah, it's.
Only reason I remember Chris Childs is because he pieced up Kobe.
Oh yeah.
He hit Kobe with the 2.
Yeah, he started over Chris Childs. Over Chris Childs at one point. Maybe it wasn't in the final. I know at one point he was starting over Chris Childs in that year. I remember when Deion Sanders threw them hands to Andre Rison though. That was crazy. I said that earlier. Remember I was talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Like that, I'll never forget that. Them boys squared up. Mind you, them dudes was friends. They was homeboy. They on the field squared up, slapping hands at helmets and stuff. I'm like, dang. That looks a little violent, but yeah, man.
Who was that?
Oh yeah, Golden Tate.
Golden Tate, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, they squared up in the middle of the field. I want to see that fight. I want to know what happened with that fight. But I knew he was heated when that happened. Boy, if you was smashing my sister and I had done dumped her, and you do me like that on the football field, we fighting right there. Ain't no at the end of the game. So you saying Tate put hands on him?
Yeah, but I said what wide receiver?
Or are you talking about AJ Green? AJ Green did.
AJ Green snuck him though.
Yeah, he did. He really did.
AJ Green snuck him
though. But mind you, remember that's what people saying about the whole Joker and Morris thing. How you gonna do that and then turn your back?
But AJ Green did that off of trash talk.
Yeah, he really did.
That means he had his whole head messed up.
Hey, he was all in his head. AJ Green looked like he was about that life though, man. He looked like he was ready for all that.
Yeah, I mean, when the guy had his back turned, shout out to.
But even afterwards, he was heated. He was. Hey, Ramsey was all in his head.
We ain't talking about fighting. We talking about playing.
Andre
football.
Hey, Andre Rison had his whole house burned down by Left Eye, so we're not gonna talk about how Deion was.
R.I.P. to Left Eye, but yeah.
Hey, R.I.P. But she burnt his house down. She said she ain't do it on purpose, but I mean, you started fire.
First of all, did Left Eye look like a female that you gonna mess with? Like
I know.
She fine, but she was putting hands.
You can tell Left Eye was crazy. She was called Left Eye for a reason.
Let's say, AJ, I ain't never seen him act like that,
bro. Hey, I was like, why is AJ wilding? AJ was going wild. Yeah, Charlie Ward. Yeah, it was Charlie Ward. I'm looking at the gift right now. That was crazy. Them New York Knicks, Miami games was wild. That's for sure. Them games was wild. But yeah, I mean, Jalen Ramsey is. You want to know something? I'm gonna speak way out of turn right now.
Kilo say my baby was toxic. Yeah, she was the. Kilo, she was the first toxic female. Like,
she was hella toxic, boy. Man. Hey, her and Whitney.
Was
Whitney Houston was toxic as hell too.
Was it Whitney or did Bobby?
It's been made very clear that it was Whitney. Bobby wasn't doing cocaine until he met Whitney.
Oh no.
His poison of choice was alcohol.
I know people like to joke on Whitney, but Whitney was so fine, man.
Both of them was toxic, bro. That's why I mess with Chili.
Whitney.
That's why even with Destiny's Child, I ain't want Beyonce.
I never wanted Beyonce. I always wanted Kelly.
Give me Kelly.
Man.
Oh, slim, dark, chocolate looking.
Whew. Don't even get me started. Don't get me Kelly.
How I feel about day. Wait, Redavius, do I know Redavius or no? If I communicate with him, I mentioned the Panthers before on here. How I feel about Cam being back, I'm glad they apologized to Cam. That was a big thing to me. They had a talk, and you know what? They gave him a bag, $10 million to finish out the year. That's an apology to me.
Well, I know what my question. Hey, I'll admit I was wrong on Donald. I thought Donald was just in a bad situation up there in New York. I always
God.
saw, I always saw talent in him, but
Y'all tried to tell me he was better than Teddy.
I
Oh,
saw
he better
talent.
than Teddy. He has a higher ceiling.
But Aaron Donald,
Fuck
yeah,
out of
nah,
here.
I mean Sam Donald. Sorry, Sam Donald just
You know what? I met Latoya Luckett. She bad in person. She is hella bad in person.
give me Latoya Luckett.
Mm, she bad in person.
I don't really have celebrity crushes like that, but
I was on Serena for a while, so I got a
I
chance to meet Serena and
I
Venus in
don't
person.
I don't know where wifey at, but if I ever came across Rihanna, it's
Oh, it's
over.
over with. You risk it all. You risk it all.
Over.
I think she might understand, but you gotta understand she might risk it all for Idris.
Now she like
She like the yellow ones.
so she used to like Will, but Will going out like a chump these days.
Oh, bro. What's she might risk it all for Michael Ealy
Will
on
and
you.
she was a big Ray Allen fan too.
She might risk it all for
Jesus,
Michael Ealy on you, bro.
she used to love some Jesus.
I can see her going for Michael Ealy. But no, I used to be on
Ashanti's
Sanaa
got
Lathan.
better with man. Have you seen Ashanti recently?
She's gotten better at the.
Yeah, man. I don't know
Oh
that. I don't know if that's
man,
natural or not, but man,
it is. You can't tell me that's
it
not
look
natural.
Ashanti look
She
all
just
hundred
eating
percent.
good. She just
Man,
eating good. That's
she
all it
eating
is,
good.
bro. I be like, and you ain't nobody got you pregnant again yet. Like, you ain't got no babies. Like, does she have kids? I ain't heard of her having no kids.
If she does, she kept them. She kept them
Man,
like on the hush.
yeah. Sanaa Lathan was cool with me until she did that movie Praise Together, and dude had to slap her over the counter. I was all for that. I'm not for a man putting hands on a woman. But if you guys have watched the movie Family That Prays Together or whatever it was, whatever movie that got Sanaa Lathan in it from Tyler
This
Perry, and he slapped her over the counter, boy. Oh. But I saw Sanaa Lathan get slapped over the counter, and I cheered in the movie theater.
I know a lot of people used to love them some Megan Good. I never was big on Megan Good like
It
that.
was the lips.
It was the lips.
It
That's
was the
all it was. It
lips.
was
She got
lips.
nice lips.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I can see Megan Good. Beautiful women out there. Beautiful black women. Beautiful women of all colors. But I love my sisters.
Megan
Megan
Fox.
Fox, yeah, Megan Fox will do it, boy. Ooh, I remember because for me, she came out with the Transformers
Yeah,
movie.
that's when I remember her coming out with
Yeah,
Transformers.
yeah, she
She's just another
beautiful.
one with the lips.
Yeah, beautiful face. Overall, her face game it's A1. Bodies. Yeah. Now,
Shanti the truth. Nelly messed up.
wait, Nelly had Ashanti.
I guess so. Maya.
Maya, yup, and Maya's
Yeah.
still thick as all. She done got thicker as the days have gone by.
Y'all
Um,
not finna we first I
hey,
mean
we really about to get. Hey,
we
we can't
talk
put this on film.
we off topic, but y'all not finna be talking about all these sisters and don't talk about now. I'm gonna say her name, but she's been
Jane,
known to she's been known
Jane
to mess
Kennedy. What?
she's been known to mess up some good brothers. But Miss Badu,
Oh man,
good
and
God.
she's a Dallas.
She live in
Uh,
Dallas?
she used to live in Dallas. Yeah.
Man.
Oh
If I,
man,
if I mess around and meet Erica Badu, I'll be around here
Jane
dressing like a
Kennedy.
damn.
I see you. I see Jane Kennedy. Yeah, I can
Ain't nobody got
understand
a
that.
ain't nobody got a track record like Erica God. The queen. Ain't
Erica
nobody got,
Badu.
she messing up brothers left and right. Look at Common and just
Hey,
uh,
she changed lives, bro.
she changing lives out here, bro.
Hey, Badu got. Hey,
She's
when they
changing
tell you
lives
avoid
out
women
here, bro.
who got crystals and tell you about your sign and all that other stuff and smoke weed, that's what they talk about. They get that from her.
Bro, Erica Badu gotta have the golden cat down there, something, because she changing lives out there.
Hey, boxer, you out here? You in Dallas?
But that's DF.
Oh yeah. Hey
He,
man, where we
he just
watching the game tomorrow, bro? DF, where we watching the game
You
tomorrow?
know
That's all.
DF ain't gonna show
He done
up.
played out twice already.
He
Where we
ain't gonna
watching the
show
game
up.
tomorrow, DF? He ain't. But I'm gonna be out there. Hey, your first 2 drinks on me, DF. You
And
come,
I
I got you. Do you see how fat her?
Andre 3000 comma. She done messed up, good brothers.
I remember
Good
when I
solid
saw.
brothers.
Kendrick walk off with her on stage, and I was like, "Oh
Bruh.
Lord, Kendrick, no,
She done messed
Kendrick,
up
no."
good solid brothers and then turned them into I don't even know.
They done lost their damn mind. But
She putting voodoo, but she putting
yeah,
some on them, bro. I don't even know.
I don't think it's voodoo. It's something in that cooler.
I think yeah. That fat cat. That's all I can say.
I done rode through South Dallas, but I avoided all of that. I came out here with a woman. I'm good. I've lived in South Florida, bro, so I understand. And Adrian, I think you can speak for that. I know Jerg would. Jerg would definitely speak for that as far as what was in South Florida, and he got him a South Florida woman.
I sure
But
do.
yeah, man, yeah, it's those are some beautiful women out there. But speaking of that, are we gonna avoid the Dalvin Cook thing? We don't have to speak on it.
We can talk about it. I don't think Dalvin did anything wrong.
I don't.
I
I
saw the
hope that he
video.
did not.
Did you see a video? There's a video.
Oh, what's the video?
Now the video doesn't show. It's just a audio, and it's like showing like, but it doesn't show Dalvin. But you can hear him telling the girl to like let go of him, and like, sometimes you just meet people, man, and you can never control a person.
Hey, y'all, the
But
military
in my
women
opinion,
crazy.
from what I hear and from what I've seen, I think Dalvin handled that situation about as best as you could, man.
Yeah.
So
And from the story he let out and him having witnesses is crazy. Cause he came all right, and just to put all the whole thing out, and I'll start with her side of the story first, because there are a lot of people, including your favorite people on social media,
my favorite people?
some of your favorite people on some of your favorite beat writers, have come out and said,
Love those guys.
"Oh well, they've I feel like Dalvin Cook and his team used Adam Schefter to try and put their story out there first and get the people on their side, as opposed to allowing things to develop naturally." And so that, mind you, Dalvin Cook and his agent, it released all the information to Adam Schefter.
That's what I'm saying. Where I think Dalvin was so smart was he didn't let this thing like just appear one day. He got out in front of it.
Yep.
Because what usually kills these dudes is they try to hide it or don't talk about it, and now we're hearing about it later on, and so it kind of gives that guilty vibe. Whether or not they were guilty or not, it gives that vibe off of why you trying to hide it. Dalvin came right out in front and was like, "This is what happened. I'm a victim."
So to touch on what David said, both stories seem very wild. Where her story is weird is her story starts with her getting beat, and there's another woman there, and there's only one other person there, and he has physically assaulted her. There's a gun involved. She doesn't clarify if it's his gun in her story.
I just don't buy it.
He clearly comes out and says, she came into my house this way. She entered with a garage door entrance. She entered through that she took from me. She came in the house. There were 2 people there.
Here's my biggest indictment on
She
Dalvin.
held us hostage. And she had a gun at the time.
My biggest indictment on Dalvin Cook.
He let that shit happen.
Is you a multimillionaire athlete and you messing with a army chick, bro?
Why?
Take it from someone in the military. I know how army chicks rock.
They're
That's
crazy,
that's easy money,
I
bro.
got my auntie
Dog,
crazy. Like I love my
dog.
auntie to death. Like,
You a
like I got
multi-millionaire
family
athlete,
members and cousins.
bro.
No, you getting some women that's gonna
Bro,
fuck
my
you up,
only
bro.
knock on Dalvin is you are who you are, and you messing with that, bro. You could have went out and got you anything in L.A. or South Florida or somewhere. You could have got you anything.
Hey, tell dog, I know me and you got some issues or whatever because you want to put up a middle finger to me. Um, yeah, he did make a song about her.
Bro, Erica Badu, the truth,
My
man. Yo,
baby's mama's drummer. She don't like me. She doing things like,
Erica Badu, the
hey,
truth.
hey, hey, Erica Badu. I might risk it all if I was single. If I was single,
I don't want to be around here
I
wearing a
want to find out.
dashiki and a.
I like dashikis.
I mean, I don't want to be wearing it every
Have you?
day.
Did you see the video when she took everything off? Oh my god! I didn't know that was back there until then.
You ain't
When
know that
she
was
took all
back
her clothes,
there,
I knew, but I didn't know
man.
that.
Stop.
I knew, but I didn't.
The queen always had a wagon, man.
But that wagon, that
Man, she always had that wagon, bro.
Oh. But
That's one of them things where it's like, you know, it's not good for you, but you just want to see.
I gotta find out.
I gotta
So
find out
back.
for myself.
So with that being said, let's talk about the chick that Dalvin was messing with. I wonder sometimes what these dudes in the league like.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
I'm me, and I'm lucky enough to have a beautiful fiance. But in my prime, I was seeing things better than some of these dudes that's getting caught up with these women. That I'm like, oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like again,
her Dalvin,
my only knock on Dalv is that. Like, listen,
her.
I'm in the military, so I know how
You ain't
they.
even got like
I know how they
it ain't
rock.
even an Instagram chick or
I know
something.
how they rock. That's what I'm
And you
saying.
know
This
what?
ain't something like exotic. You dealing with your average Joe. To
Or
be honest.
even a thick old chick from down there in Pompano, like that got a wagon, like some of them fine shit, like a Florida girl.
Bro,
You from
I'm with you.
Miami, bro?
I'm with you.
You're from Miami, and that's what you got caught up with.
100% with you.
And she crazy too. Her face game don't match her craziness.
Our Davis, I'm with you. I just that's my knock on Pompano.
Yeah, we got the chicken heads in Pompano, Kai City all day. Mind you, it's so funny. I'll be sitting here talking. I was talking at work. I was at work today on a meeting, and dude was like, "Hey man, you sound like you should be on radio or something." And I was like, "Yeah, that's because I'm at work, sir." I straight up told him, I was like, "I'm at work, and I have a job to do, and that's what you're gonna get." So, and they laughed. I'm like, "Oh, y'all think I'm joking?" Um, but yeah, I'm from Pompano, Kai City, 27 Ave. But man, it's I hate that he's in that situation. I'm glad that he's still going to be allowed to play right now, as far as I
Yeah.
understand.
Again, I hate that he's in the situation, but I think he did a great job of getting in front of it. And
Yeah, and you use your resources. You're a star player. You're a star player. Hey, you know what? And even if he didn't want to, like, oh, he got physically assaulted, he got pepper sprayed twice in this situation. Now, how you pepper spraying this dude, but you being held hostage, and then you wait a year to ask for actual issues, like issues to be resolved, and not for him to be arrested. And you're in the military. You're in the military, and you wait a year for things to be resolved.
everybody throwing their hood up in the chat.
Hey, boxing man, we ain't worried about where you from, bro. I just asked you like 3 times what we linking up for the game,
Cause
bro.
he not gonna. I don't think he really live in Texas, bro.
It's cool. He don't live in Texas, bro. I'm out here. I'm in these streets, bro. I'm being uptown on Sunday,
I'll be there.
brunching it up,
I'll be there next
buying
week.
bottles.
I'll be there in what?
Oh yeah, we gonna do that.
6-7 months.
When you get here, you here. and
Yeah,
we
I'll
gonna
be
do it.
there.
Matter of fact, if you're here around my birthday,
When's your birthday?
4th of July. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be in Uptown.
I'm supposed to be in June, so I should be there for
I'm
4th
gonna
of
be at
July.
Uptown brunch. Where else do you brunch in Dallas, bro? Uptown is what place to brunch, bro. That's where the black people at. I'm just saying. Yeah, everybody out here. I've been in all them places. I've been all in Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, Atlanta. Uh, maybe not as well traveled as Alo, but I'm out here.
I've been all through South Florida, obviously, and some other spots, but
Yeah,
I've actually never been to Atlanta other than to drive through it.
I told my fiance, man, I was like, man, we might have missed out on our little place to crash at if we went to Houston, to Hawaii, but
But yeah, you missed out on that one.
hey, man, we got some time.
You got some time. You got some time if you can make it.
Hey, we could. I mean, this wedding expensive, but it is what it is. I've been out in New York. I ain't been in New York, but I've been out there, did the city. Man, and we live in a great country.
I've not lived in New York, but I've been out in New York because my family's actually originally from there. So I've been in Brownsville. I've been in the Bronx.
I almost bought a studio in Lower Manhattan, bro. I not bought, mind you. I ain't hold on, no, I ain't buy it. I was gonna rent a studio in Lower Manhattan,
Bro,
and
who don't remember Keisha, bro?
why Keisha could get Keisha.
From Billy?
Woo!
Come on.
Hey, man. But no, I fell in love with Lower Manhattan, man. I don't know that city when I was down there and that vibe, just it was just money
Hey,
out
my,
there.
my aunt used to stay in Brownsville. Um, when I would go see her on the summers, that's the first time I ever rode a subway and all that shit.
Hey, Mr. Hall, man, I told you, bro, I was out there, and I was actually in Atlanta, man, and I didn't realize where I was. I was in Midtown, and I saw all the rainbow flags. I didn't understand what that meant at the time until I started to recognize. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm in Key West, basically. So yeah, a lot of their lakes, man, a lot of their lakes. What was their team? They didn't have the Raiders. They had what was their football? They I don't know, man. They had a little they football team out there, the Pee Wee team. So I grew up in like Cayuse City. I lived in Coral Springs, all that area, man. As an adult, I lived in Lauderdale, Hollywood, all that good stuff. Beautiful city, South Florida as a whole, man. I love it down there. Oh, the Vikings, yeah, they had some dudes out. They had some hitters out there. But uh, I feel like we should go ahead and bring it back to this. I feel like we're gonna win. Um, and it's all on Jordan.
Not Orlando.
Orlando. Phew. Orlando. I was out there as a kid, like as like a 4 or 5 year old. Hey
When I
DF,
was
I don't
in,
care, bro. DF, I don't care, bro. Where you watching the game tomorrow, bro?
he not gonna answer you.
Because he don't live in Texas, bro. He
I
don't
agree.
live in Texas,
I
bro.
don't think he live in Texas
He
either.
don't live in Texas, bro. It's cool. Or if he do, he bought two out. He out there in the country. He in Tyler.
He live in Killeen.
He live in Tyler, bro.
Oh,
That's why
Killeen.
he out there, Khalid,
Right there in
Tyler.
Killeen, man.
It's cool, bro. You know what I mean? If you want to watch the game tomorrow, I said I done put 2 drinks on the table for you, bro. You got your first 2 drinks on me. You come and find me where I'm at. I'm gonna be in downtown Dallas somewhere. Matter of fact, if you give me a place, I'll come to you and we'll watch the game out there. I'll come with some cigars. You say you live here in Dallas. What we watching the game, bro? Like that's everybody else see it. Everybody on the chat see this. You want to watch the game tomorrow? I got the drinks. I got a couple cigars. You know what? Just
What
saying.
kind of
Matter of
cigars
fact,
you got?
I'll get you if you show up and hit a
What
game
kind of
with me
cigars
tomorrow.
you got?
I got some Romeo and Juliet. I got some stuff my fiance bought me. I got some stuff from Dominican Republic.
I got some junk from.
Yeah.
I got some junk from Puerto Rico when I went down there.
Yeah, I got some good stuff.
Yeah.
But listen, DF. I will buy you 2 drinks, give you a cigar, and a
That sounds like a
month
bet to me. How we got
and a month subscription to my meal prep company.
bro? I don't even need the meal prep. Give me the 2 cigars
All
and
of
the
that.
drinks.
I don't believe you. My Twitter, I don't. I do have Twitter, bro. Didn't I just start the Twitter?
You got Twitter because I've seen you on there a few
Shit.
times. You don't talk too much on there, but
Yeah, I don't really use my
you on
Instagram.
there.
My Instagram is Delicious Prep. Delicious Prep is my Instagram.
Okay, DF, I'm on Twitter. I don't see you on Twitter unless what's your Twitter, DF? Because I do got people on Twitter that I don't even know who they are, but they be talking to me, so I know they be part of the
Kilo,
channel.
where you at?
Kilo in Orlando.
I'm gonna be out there early December, man.
Now, what Kilo should have told me he was in Orlando when I was in Orlando back in July when I was in Florida. We bought an Airbnb.
Hey,
I had 2
Davis,
Airbnb.
bro, like, and I cook, man. Hey, y'all look at my. I'm gonna do a shameless plug. Look up my Instagram, my company's Instagram, Delicious Prep. I do meal prep. I'm also a corporate recruiter.
What's
I do
up,
a whole
buddy?
bunch of other shit. Maven recruiting. I got my businesses, whatever. But, dude, you saying you in Texas? I'm saying prove it. You got a couple drinks. You got, a cigar. You got some food on the line.
But the drinks and the
Show up,
cigars do
or
it for
tell
me.
me where to show up. Tell me where to show up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hop on you if I go to where you at. I'll bring my laptop with me, and we'll do the halftime and after game show with Alo.
DF ain't about that life.
He not, and I like we done talked about this like 3 times now. Cause me and Jerk done tried to catch a game with him. But anyway,
I'm gonna say this: I ain't gonna be driving up to Dallas every damn weekend now. Y'all gonna bring y'all asses to Killeen every once in a while.
we with it. Is that where Hood is?
Yeah, Hood's in Killeen.
This guy.
I'm done.
Hey, I got
done.
from? I got
What's your Twitter handle so I know who I'm talking to on there, DF?
Hey, I got Ethanos daughter. I got Ethanos daughter from him. The dude who be on Big Jaw's videos. The chick who be on Big Jaw videos.
Which one?
E.
Because he be having
Thanos' daughter.
E.
Is
that the one that played the dyke?
She the lesbian homie, yeah.
Yeah, she played a dyke. Okay.
Man.
Yeah, she
Whoo. She about 6'1", ain't it?
I don't know how tall she is.
I don't know, but we.
Hey, y'all gotta chill, man. You see this? I'm about to delete everybody off of Twitter, bro. You see this?
Hey, man.
We can't keep nothing.
Hey, y'all, that man got a happy home, man.
Snitches, boy. God, no.
That man got a happy home.
I'm just out here living my life.
That man got a happy home. Shoot.
What it do, OG? See this man?
But, I'm gonna point this out as I take my deal off the table. Y'all see, he ain't said nothing.
God, dog.
I done offered the man free food for a month. I done offered. Come on, man.
That man offered you drink, smoke, and food, and you ain't took up. Man, I'll be on my way.
But I will be
Dallas
in
right now.
I'll be in a. Well, we ain't gonna have no games in December. It don't look like it, at least.
Yeah. They ain't gonna have no bowl games, so we ain't gonna worry about that.
Well, hey, hold on now. We win this game. We can talk about
So,
that.
do you think we really can win it?
Yes, I believe.
I
believe in Jordan enough, bro.
I think anything's possible. I don't think like Miami's that great.
They're not.
I just don't.
TBD is a solid quarterback.
I just don't trust Mike down the stretch. I think if it's a close game down the stretch, I just think he's gonna have a questionable call or something that's
down
gonna
the leg. The moment's gonna be too big.
Not an athlete.
And
Yeah.
it's just that's just he's not gonna and Fuller's not gonna put people in, like I don't feel like we have the right coaching staff overall. I don't feel like Fuller's gonna put people in the right situation.
I want to like Mike, but it gets harder and harder.
Oh, GK, I hear you. Now DF say he gonna meet me somewhere. DF say he gonna meet me somewhere.
He said hit him up on Twitter.
On Twitter, and it's boxing monster. Do you box, bro? I got peoples that's out here on the boxing scene now.
I do think it would be a good game, Panama. I don't think
it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah,
man.
I don't think it's gonna be some one-sided. I think FSU will have this moment. Miami will have its moments. My question is just when it comes down to it, what coach is gonna like piss down their leg? Like that. And
hey, he got me with that stuff,
habit.
bro. He definitely got me with all that. Coach 30, like that's. But it's people do that. Like you watch people do stuff like that, bro. And it's just like, come on, man. Hey, boxing monster, I see you got your stuff up here. You got the whole city of Dallas on your back. I got you. I'm gonna go ahead and DM you, and we'll figure that out. But yeah, man. I think tomorrow we can win the game. I think what it's gonna take is Jordan Travis doing some. He's gonna have to connect.
He's gonna have to get loose.
He's gonna connect. He has to connect 2 or 3 times over the top.
I just think he got to get loose. Like I just think it's got to be to the point where they just can't contain him. Like whether it's with his legs, mainly with his legs. I think if he's getting loose with his legs, it's gonna open up his arm. I think it'll open up everything else.
And at what point,
for whatever reason,
what point do they use Zero?
I think
Zero shuts him down. I'm sorry.
You think it shuts him down?
Zero
completely?
can shut him down.
No, I don't know.
Zero's the guy on the field because one, he's gonna hit him, and Zero's gonna hit him with some force.
Hold on, I think Zero is their best bet. Like that's the guy that I would scheme up to spy. But I saw Sam Howell do his thing on Zero a little bit. So if Sam can, and I'm talking about running, not throwing, but running. Sam had over 100 and some yards in that game against Miami.
He did.
So my thing is, I mean, I think Zero's the guy, but hey, come on, Jordan Travis. You want to be considered whatever? Make a name for yourself.
You want to start next year?
Yeah, make a name for yourself. This is the game.
This is it. He want to start next year. He needs to do it this game. This game and the Florida game is where he needs to make his name, and if he wants to be the starter next year. Otherwise, we're looking at bringing in a transfer, and the transfer may be that Tennessee guy because he has interest.
Whoever they bring in, they got
there's interest there, or Duffy coming in.
They can't go into the season with 3 scholarship quarterbacks.
You know what, Phil? James,
I know he was going for big hits.
He looking for big hits. He get one of those on Jordan.
He might
get one of those on Jordan.
Yeah, but Howell bounced off that shit.
Howell's a bigger guy.
He is a bigger guy. All right, OG.
Take it easy, bro.
But he is a bigger guy. I get it. My point is, I'm a Zero fan. Always have been. I know he played for Miami, but I respect talent.
Yeah.
So when I see James Williams, I just see a guy who's different. But
he's gonna play at the next level.
Travis got to do something. James is a big hitter, but make him miss in space. Shake his cleats off his feet. Like,
nice little hezzy.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice little hezzy.
Do something. That's all I'm saying.
I remember I was over there around FAU, right? And I knew the starting quarterback at this time, and they was about to play Alabama. And Alabama had shut out like two teams in a row. And I was like, hey, man.
Hey, is that next week? That's not this week. I know that's not this week.
That's week?
Next week. No, that's next week, I think.
No, it gotta be.
I think it's next week.
Yeah, it's like the 15th.
I think it's next week.
Oh, no, I thought it was like the 13th or something.
No,
is it the 20th?
But if it's tomorrow, then they've done a disaster of promoting that fight. I'm almost positive it's not tomorrow.
It's not the 20th though, bro. It's not Thanksgiving like the week before Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
is it?
Benavidez fights.
It got to be the 20th.
I forget.
Then it's the week before Thanksgiving. Then
What's the name fights tomorrow too? Rosario and what's that dude's name? Starts with an M. I can't forget. I forget his name that quick. I think Rosario fights that big old Mexican boy.
yeah, they fight. Crawford and Porter is the 20th.
Mungale, whatever his name is. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Anyway, when does Sean and Bud fight? It's like next week, ain't it?
Yeah, it's next
20th.
week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not tomorrow.
I'm gonna be busy.
I might do something that week.
Mungia, yeah. That's this week.
How you say his name?
Munguai.
No, like if somebody says it, I'll be like,
Mungia?
yeah. Mungia. Jaime Mungia. Man, I couldn't think of his name, but I knew who I was talking about though. But yeah, but Mungia fights.
He fighting Rosado.
Rosado, yeah, Rosado.
Rosado? That's an interesting fight.
It's not gonna go long. You know how Rosado gets down. He gonna get knocked out.
Somebody for the kid. It's going one way or the other.
Yeah. You know how that fight gonna go.
And honestly, I don't see nothing on that card that's worth watching, to be honest.
No. I would check that fight out just for the fireworks, but that's about it.
Yeah, ain't nothing on that card worth watching.
They've done a travesty with Munguia. He was supposed to be, but that's Golden Boy for you. But anyway,
they got that one guy.
I'm ready though. I'm ready. I'm ready to watch the fight.
I think we win, man.
I'm glad they have all the guys there, all that talent in the building, all those recruits. But honestly, it worries me that you have all that talent there and for you to go out and lay another egg, because
you can't.
Look, bro, you can say what you want about Mike. I can say what I want about Mike. John White can have his opinion about Mike. Brooklyn, Maiden Day, whoever. Y'all can have y'all opinions about Mike. I saw Larry Coker win a national championship, and Larry Coker wasn't a good coach, but
Larry Coker picked up the best team possible.
But he had amazing. That's my point. This thing only gets changed if we get the talent. We got a solid base. You talking about
fuck Mike if he can't coach these guys? I don't care. Mike isn't here in 2 years, and we got Travis Hunter, Sam McCall, AJ Duffy, Marvin Jones, and possibly Kamara Wilson.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
So what? Somebody gonna coach these motherfuckers. Somebody gonna coach it to a bowl too, a playoff.
That's my point. Like this thing, regardless of what Mike is, if you just field a better team than the other team, you know what I'm saying? So
get the guys there.
But it's hard to recruit when you continue to piss down your legs. Every week you
piss down your
leg. So.
Hey, that's the phrase now, man. Guys out here pissing down their leg. Jaron Jones, you pissing down your leg. You got the talent. Can you play in the NFL one day? Jaron Jones, he actually has enough talent to play, and you see it in flashes, and that's why to me he pisses down his leg. He can play in the NFL. There's some guys out there I see playing. Jaron Jones is good enough to play in the NFL. He's not a untalented guy. And you see him and you're like, what were you thinking, bro? What was going on? Mind you, everybody's gonna always say, "Oh, how can you talk about players and you're not?" No, that's not the case, dude. You are capable, and I see it in you. Other people have seen it in you. That's why you start on Saturdays, and you blow your assignments consistently.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing that? What do you need? And I wonder if that's what coaches. What do you need to make sure you're gonna make your assignments? What do you need to understand? What are you not understanding? Where is somebody failing you? Somebody failing you. Feel because if you're the player, you feel like somebody's failing you. That's how you're gonna feel. It's not you. Most guys, it's not me. So where is somebody failing you, bro? And maybe I don't know if the players get to watch your stuff, man. or if that's what it is, or if it gets shared at some point. Dude, it's a lot of players on there with the talent. It's a lot of players at Florida State with the talent.
I've been saying that all year.
We're not without talent, bro.
I've been saying that all year.
We're not without talent.
I don't care what people say. Again, I'm not saying this is the most. Obviously, we've seen more Florida State teams talented. By Florida State standards, you can make the case that this is not one of the most talented Florida State teams. And that's a fair case. But when you start stacking them against the ACC as a whole, bro, we're right there with everybody. We're
in the top third.
Bro, we're right there with everybody. But
we should be competing for an opportunity to go to a ACC
some people just
game.
out coaching us. Let's just put it like that. We just getting out coached.
We should have secured a bowl game by now. Is Notre Dame really better than us?
What about Louisville?
No. Is Clemson? No. NC State? No. At the end of the day, is Miami better than us? No. But guess what? We all sitting here having these doubts about, Travis Harbaugh, whatever. Travis still can beat UM right now. With the team and talent we have, Jordan Travis, can beat this team. But we're sitting there having doubts, and it ain't because of the players. I mean, who's letting who down?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Who's letting who down right now? Miami can suck these nuts. No.
Get ready to change your name to Seminole T2Y.
Miami has a better quarterback situation. No, Wyatt Sexton was the worst quarterback we've ever had.
Jimbo did miracles with Wyatt Sexton.
Hey, I don't know how. Why? Y'all remember what Wyatt did?
I remember why eventually.
You remember Wyatt walk around camp? Now, mind you,
I remember why he eventually left the team, but
it may have been a mental issue. And I hope that people are always able to figure that out.
Then Wyatt Sexton, wasn't he the quarterback against Oklahoma the second go round?
And we got blown out?
We didn't get blown out. We got blown out the first go round with Christian Ponder. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, Wyatt Sexton. No, EJ was. Maybe
EJ. We held our own with EJ.
I think EJ.
EJ always kept games close.
The point is, Wyatt Sexton had times where he was not.
DF. Wyatt thought he was God.
Wyatt was God.
Hey, now mind you, I don't mean to make light of mental health issues, bro. Like,
no, they said it was like he was on a. I don't know. He was on
a pill.
Yeah, he was on something.
Oh well, fuck that.
Officially the story is he had Lyme disease.
Fuck out of here.
You don't remember reading that?
Wyatt Sexton he didn't have no goddamn Lyme disease.
It made him hallucinators. That was the official story.
He was on one of them pills. Bro, let's be real. I've been on Florida State campus, bro.
He was on them jiggers.
You know how easy it is to find a pill?
Bro.
I ain't ever took one, but I know they out there because I've been offered them. That's the biggest part that I don't want to lose in them. That 5 straight shit.
I don't care about that crap, man. I just want these recruits.
Yeah, these recruits are important. Marvin Jones and possibly Kamari.
But I want these recruits.
I think with Travis Hunter,
I think Coleman's going to be on campus too.
I need you to understand, bro. With Travis Hunter on campus and a win against UM, Kamari becomes a reality, a possibility.
You think so? I still don't think it was a reality. That's just me. I don't really think Kamari's a reality, but I think if you
Marvin
beat Miami,
Jones becomes guaranteed.
I just about to say, I think if you beat Miami,
Marvin Jones becomes guaranteed. But with Sam McCall, Travis Hunter, and Marvin Jones, Kamari Wilson becomes a reality.
Okay, I hear you.
Dude, who does? Why won't you?
I think Marvin Jones becomes a lot, though.
You don't want to be a part of me, McCall. Hunter, this is Hunter talking about.
I think if you beat Miami, I think Nigel Kelly's looking at it too. Like, remember, he was once committed to Florida State. I think he might be rethinking.
Was he really though?
He was. I
didn't think that was a real commit. I just thought it was.
No, it definitely. The thing with Nigel was he committed when he was unranked Then all of a sudden he starts showing up in these camps. He's 6'5",
Yeah,
240.
That's why I didn't think it was real.
Then
Because he wasn't.
He starts getting all this hype. Then he decommits. But before people knew who he was, Najee Kelly committed.
Hey, somebody need to go ahead and let me know where I can order another bottle of Henny White. You see this?
I got 2 downstairs.
No, you see this?
I
Well,
see
of course you got 2.
I don't know how
this tonight.
How much was it full?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a headache.
Oh, I'm good. No, I fuss with Henny White.
That Henny White be giving me a headache.
But yeah, I need to get something sent out here, man. Wait, y'all sell it out there in Hawaii?
If we did, I get you. I be getting, like, we had a friend go to the Bahamas, got us some.
That's usually what I do. I hit up my boys that's going to the Bahamas or wherever they're going.
Yeah.
Like, hey, go ahead and get the 6 case. I'll come pick it up when I come in town. Just hold on to it. Oh, you mix? Hey, DF, I don't know if I'm buying you a drink no more.
So the first time I heard that mix, I was confused.
It tastes okay, but I don't mix.
I've never had Hennessy and apple juice.
It's okay. It's solid. I've had Henny and pineapple juice.
I've had Henny and Sprite.
Henny and cranberry works too. I did that. I went to KOD and we had it was on back in the day. You could go to KOD on a Thursday night and get a bottle of Hennessy for $50. I know I may sound $50 on Thursday nights, $50 Hennessy's.
That's expensive.
Is it? Is it really?
We're talking that
at a club.
I mean, they overpriced it. Crown Royal apple juice or cranberry is good too.
But I get a bottle of Hennessy. We at KOD and we got about 10 bottles of Hennessy. Me and I was with like 7 or 8 of my homegirls and one homeboy. And we got about 7, 8 bottles of Hennessy. And got a little section. I remember Soulja Boy was there. And he got upset because the strippers kept coming in our section. It was a good time, you know.
It sounds like Soulja Boy. We went to KOD, but we got some hookahs and.
Oh, you went recently then. Hookahs wasn't a thing back then.
That was 2012.
Ooh. They sold hookahs back then. I wasn't on hookah like that.
2012, 2013.
I got like 3, 4 hookahs in my house right now.
Because KOD got shut down recently.
Yeah, they shut down.
I heard that it's back, but I don't know. I can't verify that. But I know they got shut down.
I wouldn't mind something because that venue is awesome to be able to have a strip club there. It's huge, massive, freaking massive. Hey, this little back and forth was kind of funny. Them 2 guys.
I ain't paying no attention to T2.
So DF, that's what I'm buying you tomorrow. I done hit you up on
Did you find him?
Yep, found him on Twitter. Hit him up.
Does he have a picture?
No, he ain't got no goddamn picture. I don't think he real. He might not even be real, bro.
He ain't got a picture.
Hey, he might be somebody we know just faking the phone, bro.
It might be.
Like, cause I done hit him up on there. Like, hey, what's up? Where you want to link tomorrow?
Then found his whole Twitter.
He got some followers or something. I ain't got no responses. He the only person I ever done DM. I put. Where you at, man? Oh, there we go. Where we at, man?
Boxing Monster.
Oh, he said a bottle of Patron. Damn, I gotta do all that to hang out with you, bro.
All right, DF. I just followed you, dog, on Twitter.
He said I gotta buy a bottle of Patron to come hang out with him.
Hey, man, you might as well give up on that.
What?
Bottle Patron at the Gentleman's Club.
Oh, he just said unrisk. Hey, man, I got company, but I ain't rolling bank like that. You tripping? I don't pay $1,000 for a bottle for me to sit at my house.
I'm about to say,
I'm gonna buy shit for $1,000 at a club.
You crazy?
Fuck out of here. I'm paying $1,000 for what I'm gonna walk around with at my wedding. I'm walking around with the goose. We over here and we got some exclusive shit. He got some. Well, he got Grey Goose. I got Henny White. Bro, no. But no, I'm getting that Paradise for my wedding, man.
When's your wedding?
June 12th in Florida. You want to come?
I probably won't be able to,
Yeah, I
unfortunately.
don't think you're gonna be able to make it. Like,
Yeah.
you got a lot going on that time frame.
Yeah, around that time. He said,
Don't get married. I am blessed enough that I have a wonderful fiance, and you can't convince me not to marry this woman. I don't think there's a woman or a man or a person on this earth convince me not to marry her. He said that's why I'm gonna put my business out there. I don't even fuck. There's nobody on here that's gonna change my mind about something I do. Cheaper than $10 a Henny. What's cheaper than $10 a Henny?
Maybe the $1,000 they talking about. I don't know.
$10 a Hennessy White. I get my Hennessy White for $50 a piece.
If you're going through $10 a Henny,
I done gave Jergen one for at cost. If you family or friends, like I give you it at cost. Like
I got 3 bottles downstairs.
Like we got. Hey, you know what? I sell my empty bottles for $35 a piece.
Empty bottle.
Yep. People buy the empty bottles for $35 a piece.
Probably fill it with some bullshit and then
exactly.
sell it. Yeah.
And that's why I only buy my shit when I'm overseas.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, don't buy. If you buy Hennessy White in the States, you
see. I'm a liquor connoisseur, though. I know what it tastes like.
Be getting ripped.
I know what it tastes like.
So. I know the difference between Hennessy White and Hennessy for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, big.
First off, the color gonna tell you right away. And what people try to do is they put a little bit of water because it makes it taste smooth. That's the smoothness.
No, you can.
No, you getting fucked over. I know it. I know the flavor. I know all that shit. What's going on? But I want to point out to everybody.
I was gonna link up with T2Y when I was in Florida, but I just had too much going on.
Oh yeah, it'd be like that. I was trying to remember. We was trying to link up in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey man, honestly though, we had a ball in Fort Lauderdale though, man. We got a nice little presidential suite, and
Puerto Rico
had a ball.
Puerto Rico is dope, though.
It's plenty of stuff to do in South Florida though for us.
It
like
is.
We go home and we get to see family, and then we got our presidential suite. We had like a 2-story, and we had the first floor. It was like an open like loft studio type thing. But the first floor, was open, and upstairs was our bedroom, so we could entertain people downstairs, man.
DF messaged me on Twitter. Tell me something. I don't have my face out here. I got real enemies.
He still ain't hit me back, bro.
Bro, he still ain't nobody think about no damn me.
Worry about that, bro.
What you got?
Bro, just hit me up. Let's have a drink. Oh, okay. He said he gonna hit me up before the game.
You think you John Wick or somebody? He ain't got no real enemies out here. What you talking about?
He got 24. He got 2 hours on his name, bro.
Bro, stop.
He got 2 mil. He got 10 mil on his name.
I got real enemies.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. So you're not gonna go live. All right, I'll make sure you're not live. That's cool. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be out here. I'm usually out here in Dallas, man.
Probably got a couple baby mamas out there. That's the problem.
Looking for some money. That's why I ain't got nothing. My pullout game strong. Mike had Memphis a couple times. Well, look. Well,
that's my point. That's my point too. Like, I don't have faith that in the close game, Mike's gonna pull it.
We winning this game. Fuck that.
Okay,
we winning.
Hey, I'm glad
it's a lot more alcohol in my system. Maybe,
I'm glad you saying it though. Honestly, I'm glad you the one saying it because I want to come on here and be. I just have a bad feeling about tomorrow.
We not losing by no goddamn 30.
But I want to see Seminole T2Y. So he said if Florida State win, he gonna change his name. So you want to take that 30? You take
right.
the 30.
If y'all beat by 14, let's do a 14.
No, he said 30. I want to take the 30.
30? I'll take whatever we betting on 30.
Give me 30.
If y'all gonna beat us by 30, I'll bet whatever.
Yeah, give me the 30. You ain't gonna
I'll
do
bet
it.
whatever. Y'all beating us by 30, I'll bet whatever.
You ain't
You
that
name your
confident.
price.
You ain't that confident.
You name your price, your whatever you want, I'll bet whatever if it's by 30.
He ain't gonna do it.
Jermaine ain't letting that happen.
My pullout game is impeccable, legendary. My baby mama's pay current.
Hey, I can't argue with that, Playboy.
Mine used to be, and then
you got two of them. Hey, I'm 35 years old, ain't got none of another. Hey, but dead ass. Anything on that? If it's by 30, I'm all for that. Put me on that.
He just talking.
Whatever you want. I call somebody out, and I'm all for it. I'm very definitive on my.
But you said it. Chris Graves Jr. just tweeted, "Hey, all right, we'll see. Take the 30, Kilo."
Who the hell is Chris Graves Jr.?
I don't know, but take the 30. That's all I'm saying. Give me 30 points, and I'll bet whatever. But I get 30.
What's the spread right now?
Since y'all talk, I think the spread is
spread?
Like 2 points or something like.
Oh no, I ain't betting on that.
It's like 2 points.
If anybody give me 10, I'm with it. I'll bet on 10.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll bet on 10 points.
Okay. Kilo,
y'all give us 10.
T2I,
somebody want to give me 10? I'm good for it. Y'all can call me out, call me all kind of bitches on here. I don't like that shit, so I'll pay you.
Yeah, spread like 2.5.
Well, I done had to pay you a couple times, huh, Adrian?
Yeah.
I
think you were supposed to pay me for that Leonard Warner thing too, but I didn't trip on that.
That's bullshit, man.
Ain't no bullshit. You made the bet. I just
How much was it? How much was it?
Like $10, something. Nothing serious, but you didn't make the bet. Is all I'm saying.
You gonna get a sticker for that shit or something? Fuck that.
We'll charge that one to the game.
Nah, you got me.
No, you ain't gotta pay no $10, man. I don't know why. I don't know why even you thought about that.
No, because somebody said he was gonna get a chance to play, and I thought we was without players. Like, I was like, oh, we ain't got no fucking players. Is it doing? Where my fucking shit's at? But yeah, man. It's gonna be a close game, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a great game. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to that. It's a lot of people out there to watch the games. It's one of those times I wish my little cousin was playing there, cause yeah, you can't beat that.
This man gave me the super sticker.
I want my clickety clank, bitch. But nah, man. This is what we all watch Florida State and Miami football for.
Clickety clank, clickety clank. The money goes into my piggy bank.
But nah, man. It's crazy, man. These are the games that we already wait for.
They gotta find a way to pull something out their ass and
look at that. I'm agreeing with Till Dog.
Like,
hey, Till Dog, we good, man. We squashed all that, man. We good. I just want to say we good. We all right. It's all love, man. Family always gonna disagree. Jordan on his neck again. Message us down.
But let's go ahead and close it up, bro. We've been over 3 hours.
Yeah. I gotta wash some clothes.
So what closing? Give me your closing thoughts, man.
I think we play well tomorrow. I think it all depends upon Jordan Travis on the offensive side of the ball. Because I do believe that Corbin and I was gonna say Ward are gonna do their thing. I think they'll have success on the offensive side. I think it's on Jordan Travis and McClain and also Helton. I think Helton is the deciding factor. If we see Helton have a great game, then we win. On
Helton.
defense, if Helton,
Keyshawn Helton.
yes.
Well, damn
I
it,
don't think.
we just lost.
I know.
Based on what you just saying, we just lost.
Well,
What is considered a great game? Because our receivers haven't had a game like
close to
what's
100
considered a great
yards.
game?
Just close to 100 yards. That's all I need out of him. Two big plays.
Okay.
I need him over the top. That's what I need.
Okay.
I need him sneaking over the top. That's what I need from Helton. And then on the defensive side, I need multiple sacks by Kiara Thomas and Jermaine J. Cole Johnson.
Jermaine.
Jermaine Cole.
Jermaine. It's the only positive light we got.
I need
right now.
Jermaine and Kiara to have a good day up front. And I think that really comes down to them putting their hands. If you want to hear something really serious, what's going to happen is we need them to get their hands up at the line of scrimmage. That's going to be the biggest thing. When we need them to make a decision, hey, it's not a run, let me get my hands up. And that because the RPO is the only way that UM is going to beat us. It's all on them. It's all on those guys up front. The front four. End of the day, I got us winning by 10. I don't think we can't. There's no reason we can't win by 10.
I echo some of the stuff you said.
I'm gonna sleep well tomorrow night with your auntie. No, let me. No. Hey, that's an inside joke. My bad. That's out of line. My bad.
I think not with the auntie.
That's all jokes, bro. My bad. I was out of line.
I agree with some of what you said. I don't know if Helton's the key offensively, but I agree with some of what
McClain gets off.
If McClain can get off, then
McClain's going to get off.
We have a conversation.
McClain will get off. Helton decides if we can keep up with them on the scoreboard.
But I definitely think we're in for a close game. I think we're in for a fun game, emotional game. My problem is just I believe it's going to come to a point in the fourth quarter where Mike has to make a decision. And I think he's going to go left instead of right. And we'll be looking back on that call that will determine the outcome of this game. But I will say this. I'm not going to pick against my guys. 34-20. I got Florida State.
34-20?
34, no, excuse me. 34-30. 34-30.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
34.
Okay. I ain't smashing nobody. It's an inside joke, bro. It's hey, aunties is fair games. Mamas is off limits. Aunties is fair games, man. That's all love though. I'm just joking, man. It was a pleasure as always. You guys have always gave me.
So you coming on after the game or no?
I'll do halftime if I'll do halftime if need be. I'll do both. I'll definitely be on after the game.
Halftime probably not, because halftime I do on my phone and I can't add you on my phone.
Okay, understood.
But after the game, if you're willing, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely do after the game, and I'll. Hey, I'm ugly too.
Though. She get wet, don't she?
I'm ugly too. But her checks come on time.
There you go.
Hey, but no, on the real though, like, yeah, I'll be here after the game. We'll see if DF is joining me.
I'm not even gonna hold my breath for that, but we'll see.
But
remember, he got enemies out there in the streets.
He got people in the streets. He can't have his face all out there.
Yeah,
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I might have some guys who looking for you in the ring. If I don't know if you middleweight or what. I got some boys out here for you.
None of us know.
I don't know what he is. He probably a heavyweight like
all
me.
We know is I don't even. we think he's a black male between 5'5"
Is
and
he
6'11", and
Is he black?
he might not even be black. Black male between 5'5", 6'11".
Hey, he out here trolling the hell out of us. He ain't really from South Dallas. Oh, he one of them island boys from South Dallas. Hey man, it's been a pleasure as always.
Yes, sir.
Y'all boys take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
What time is it there?
It's about to hit midnight.
Oh yeah, it's late for y'all. It's
I'm
still
in
late.
Texas.
It's
We're
still
about to
early.
hit midnight. Y'all be safe. Hopefully we have a great game tomorrow. Everybody can enjoy the game. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow after the game, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, take it easy.
All right, bro.
Yep.
And there you have it, man. Another night, another triple shot. As always, man. Thank y'all for coming in. Hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in. And I'll see y'all, man. Y'all already know. Halftime tomorrow. We out here. We'll see how the game goes, and then I'll be here. I ain't running from nobody. I'll be here after the game. Win, lose, or draw. There's your boy POLK on 863 Seminole TV. And as always, stay classy, Seminoles. Keep your head up. And for this week, I don't usually say this, but to my Hurricane fans, have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.